Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star clustering VTuber, V-singer form. We are many cosmic minds combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. Tajigang. Today, what we're aiming to do in F14 might not be what we originally aimed to do in F14. I said this yesterday on Twitter and Discord, but first of all, our original plan, right? All the group content in 4.4, including and especially the end of the Omega normal rates. However, nothing normal about those rates if you think about it. However, there's gonna be some construction metal work going on. It's supposed to already be going on, but it hasn't started yet, but I think it will start. And it's like happening today, happening tomorrow. It may be happening on Sunday as well. I'm not sure about that one. But that kind of changes plans because it's gonna be pretty much right outside my window. Because of that, we may pivot into doing something different because I don't want to have like the epic Omega questline end and everything we're gonna do in it with all the extreme noise going on. Because like if it's right outside my window and it's like metal engineering stuff, I don't know. I don't know what the actual words for these things are, but you know, stuff like that. I don't want it to have that in the background. I probably will activate something like a noise gate filter, but even that may not be enough. And like, you know, the workers may have to like yell things to each other. Yell is not a good word for that, but maybe even listen to music, you know, because it's grindy for them, that sort of thing. So like, it may get noisy. Because of that, we may pivot. I was thinking, ooh, the stream might even have to be postponed, but well, at least right now, that's not the case. Well, technically we have stream, right? It's just, if of course we pivot to something else, or even something else entirely, like, but right now, I think what we're gonna do is go for the Four Lords trial and the dungeon that was also part of the plans today. And see how we feel about it. Because they haven't started their work, but like, they're supposed to soon. But anyway, we shall see how it goes, and then yeah, that will define things. Because this stream, is originally planned to be a very long affair. Actually, yeah, let me check my... Yeah, just checking my filters, making sure I have that noise gate and everything. It's just, you know, I may not catch something I'm saying, or something I may need to further adjust volumes of like the game and stuff. That kind of stuff. But yeah. Yeah, with all that being said, hopefully it doesn't get too noisy. You know what I was thinking of doing? I was thinking of going back to my armor class, crafting and just matching the metal work going on outside, maybe. Like, I think it's gonna go bang, 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 or... But yeah. That's the gist of it. Otherwise, though, fantastic week has been so far, though. Gamescom, of course. Great hype way to start. There apparently have been even more gaming news apart from that. Mega victory bell. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything, sorry. Mega victory bell for Legend ZA. I have mixed feelings about that design. I think it could be better, I think it could be worse, but anyway. Or I have neutral feelings, let's say. It just... I do share the opinion that I think it would have been better off as like Gigantamax. Or Gigantamax. Anyway. Gigantamax actually makes more sense. But I keep saying Gigantamax. Anyway. Would have made more sense as that kind of form. And also, I would rather they don't focus as much on Kanto and Johto Pokemon for... Or well, Gen 1 and Gen 2 introduced Pokemon for new Megas, but more are coming later. I digress though, there have been news and stuff. And of course, on Wednesday evening, depending on your time zone, We had the collab with Lurin and Co. Ended up being shenanigans also with the Superstar Squad, the Dire Storm Alliance. But hopefully we have good things going on also today with the Superstar Squad in Final Fantasy Friday. All the alliterations in the world. All alliterations. There we go. Even more alliterative there. It's even better because it's more than just the first letter. With that, let's launch the game, shall we? Let's see where it all takes us. So, what I am going to do right now... Well, actually, let me start by seeing if my Cagpot tickets are still usable. Like, first of all, let me see if they're still, like, okay. And from there... Yes, I'll go and... I need to check the wiki to see where the next quests are exactly, or which ones they are, but I think it's almost safe to say. I think I go to the Kojin area, and yeah, I still have the tribal quest stuff pending. I'm still using this outfit, but this is great. This is making me reappreciate it. It came together nicely, and the metallic purple ended up so good for the swimsuit itself, I guess we can call it, right? I put this on as Dark Knight as well, so I'm probably gonna like take it away from the glamour plates. It's gonna be kind of funny just to have that show up accidentally, but it may happen, you know, in a place where I can't change the glamour plate, so let me take care of that first. We're in Eastern Lanosha. I'm probably still there in Costa del Sol. You know what? Let's take a moment just to take a cannon ride at least. Let's do that. Let's not touch that bloody puzzle. Oh yeah, and then also on the Wednesday stream, yeah. 1 hour of a painful puzzle. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I keep saying, oh, no, no, no. I'm not into Dark Souls. I'm not into Kaizo, Cuphead. I want to be the guy, the Bashi. No. And then I go and do something like that. Man. Yeah, let's start in a chill way, shall we? But I'm so glad they added the dice like that. That's exactly the way it should be. The way that this mount, you could be a bit smoother, let's say. The way you kind of hit an invisible wall is like, ugh, wait, what happened? Like, man, that damn tower. Is there anybody trying to climb it up today? There's one person there. Ooh, let's see if they make it. Oh, they're killing it. They're killing it. Oh. Actually, huh? It's making me realize that maybe I was doing something wrong there, or, you know, I was aiming for the... Ah! Rest in peace. But I get it. Maybe I was aiming for the wrong platform. Nah, I'd rather take a cannon right here. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Let's go! We're dressed for it. We're dressed for it. But alright. Can I change the glamour plate here? That's alright, because I'm going to the gold saucer anyway. From one happy carnival place to another. From one happy game festival place to another, I guess you could say. Best way I can phrase it right now. Still hasn't been long also since I woke up, Touch Gang. Since the human vessel woke up. It was like, all that. The minds need to get together, be a bit more eloquent, I don't know. To the Black Mage outfit. See, I must do the Omega raids with this. But you know what? I think I want to be monkey. For it has to be DPS, because I don't want to be healer or tank the first time I'm doing those dungeons, especially also when I'm multitasking in stream and all that. But yeah. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? No. Dark Knight was the one that I had to change back into this bad boy. Otherwise, I'd love to be Dark Knight. At the very least, just for this outfit alone, right? But I'll change to Monk. Since I still don't have Bard at 70, otherwise I'll get to the point where I have 3 DPS classes of choice. Anytime I'm doing any group content for the first time. Unless it's duty support. I have to do it as DPS. I may take the plunge still and go for healer or tank one of these days doing that. The problem that also was reminded to that I was reminded of on the collab actually when we did a few roulettes is that the stream stuff comes into play as well, and I will prioritize the stream. Now, if the entirety of the Superstar Squad the party we're here is all of you Techi gang and there are no random players, I can count on you to understand why I had to stop for a moment. But even then, and well, when we do have a situation with players, I mean random players that don't know one of the people is streaming, then yeah, it's gonna look bad. Even then, mostly, you have very great players. Oh yes, there's bad experiences here and there, like anything, but yeah. Yeah, they're still in order, the CAC ball tickets. Feels like it take forever to redeem them sometimes, I'm not even sure they're still up to date, but yeah, this one should be. So, with that said, let's get a few tickets. 1689. Then let's do the date thing as usual. What to do for the third number. Now I want to have something that becomes significant, quote unquote, for the next number. You know what I just saw glancing to my other screen? I saw that the current OBS version, or I think it's the current one, I may have missed an update or two, 31.1.2, it could be 3112. Otherwise, I don't have a number. Or maybe the release date of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds or something. Actually, yeah, 3112 could be a date. Although I put them as month, day here. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping to get into that. Well, that's not what... They're not calling it a beta test, but let's call it a beta pre-release test for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm hoping to get into that. So yeah, oh my gosh, hold on. Yeah, and there's some scuff going on with me. Ugh, hold on. You know how I still had issues with like my left monitor, the one I just glanced to look at OBS, and the cable rather. Sadly, it's in a bad position. It's in a position where, because it's so short, I know I need to get another cable, but being a VGA cable and a converter is like, yeah, it can be unstable easily. If I bump into it ever slightly, it's like my legs bump into it so much. And like, I have to sit in a very weird position if I don't want to bump into it. That's been stressing the hell out of me. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust this damn thing a little bit. Yeah, it's really bad right now. I'm here in other dimensions, kind of, but I'm here. Because I'm like not sure which end it is that's doing that, but man, it's terrible. It's like a sensory issue also, just feeling the cable, feeling myself bump into the cable, and like, cable management, why does it have to be such a nightmare? Such a nightmare. Well, depends on your setup. But like those little things that I use to manage cables a specific way, they seem like such a logistics nightmare too. One day I might though. Definitely need to do more, but well, obviously not right now, right? But yes. Monk, I need to re-practice everything with Monk and Riddle of the Wind. I probably should do some target practice or something. But well, for now, let's go and begin the unlock quests for these dungeons, or rather these duties. See, it was actually perfect. We would have done everything except an Alliance raid, because we have the normal raids for the Omega and... pardon me. The end of Omega, or the Omega questline, that is. Then we also have a dungeon and a trial. The only thing missing is an Alliance raid, which comes in the next batch, the ending of the Return to Ivalice storyline. And I still had to do glamour runs, maybe of the Redorana Lighthouse, learning some math there. Secret of the Ooze, and I saw this fellow recently in the Botanist quest lines, which is interesting. So what's up, Sonny? Khaiden, you're a hard bloke to find. I heard you drowning your lot with the Resistance, so I came here looking for you. Truth is, we've run into a spot of bother back at the Arboretum and could use your help. If you're not too busy breaking your fast on Garleans or whatever you've been doing out here, we'd be glad of your expertise. If you fancy lending a hand, I'll be over at Saint Mosien's. Saint Mosien's Arboretum, like the original version. I don't remember what it was like, but let's have a look. It goes all the way back to this Heaven Sword area. Okay. Then let's go to Idleshire. We have to exit from Idleshire. I'm gonna do it up until the point in which it gets unlocked, and then we'll go do the thing with the 4 lords. That's probably gonna have even more dialogue and actual cutscenes, as I call them. In a way, that's a cutscene, right? But it doesn't fade into a different camera angle, different style, let's say. It doesn't fade into a cutscene, but you could argue it's a cutscene. Also, yeah, the person that takes you to those, like, training grounds was here somewhere, although it's only the Heaven Sword version. I'd be a bit over level for that one. More than a bit. For the Stormblood version, I think they're all level 70, right? So I wouldn't be that over leveled. Level 72 as Monk right now. Anyway, the point is I wanted to practice like that. It's different than training dummies. It's still, you know, you still are missing a lot of what's going to happen in an actual duty, especially with players and stuff, but you get to do more than you would do just with a training dummy. Or I guess I could attack something here, I don't know. As long as I don't kill it too fast. I don't think I will. The only thing is, like, if it drops something I gotta, like, delete from my inventory. Gotta take care of that. Saint Mosien's Arboretum. Hold on, let me see what the description says for the first one. The first version of that. Once housed the greatest collection of flora and fauna the realm had ever known. Alas, in the wake of the Exodus, it was left to the elements, and the wildlife within now roams its halls unchecked and untamed. A band of treasure hunters hopes to brave this leafy labyrinth in search of a cache more valuable than gold that could ensure Idleshire's prosperity for years to come. But will their search of this savage garden yield fortune or end in failure? Well, that didn't exactly remind me of things. I knew you couldn't resist. Now, before you go slaying everything inside, let Midnight Dew explain our predicament. Midnight Dew, that is a familiar name. Because I don't remember this Sonny fellow. You would think I would remember that afro, but I don't. He came into the Botanist questline. I think I do remember her, though. And he was like, oh, Khaiden, good to see you. And it's like, ooh. It's good to see you back in Dravania, Khaiden. The place hasn't been the same without you. You're probably wondering why I said Sonny to fetch you. It's all down to this mucky little Corpicore. Alright. When I saw it come bounding out of the Arboretum, and the first thing I noticed, besides it being covered in grime, was how bleeding lively the little salt seemed to be. We had our old friend Aegith take a look at it, and she reckons that layer of mud is what's making it so excitable. It's got this daft seedkin jumping around like a mad Borgo, so imagine what it could do for our crops at Green Grub mud plots, and that's where you come in. There should be more of this gunk inside the Arboretum, but we have one small problem. It also affects the more troublesome species of flora, making them downright lethal. We want to send Aegith to look into it, but it's not safe with a bunch of botanists eating plants making a nuisance of themselves. What say you, Khaiden? Fancy giving them a bit of a pruning? Aegith, she was the person in the Botanist questline itself, wasn't it? That's great that I did that then. Figures into this quite nicely. There's all sorts of connections in other questlines, especially dungeon questlines that I don't have as direct as this. In large part because I haven't done the classes associated with them, but that's alright. It all pays off nicely though, when it's like that. Stormblood Friday! Exactly, Humpy. Unless we pivot into something else. If the construction work outside gets too noisy, we'll see. But for now, we do continue with this. And we'll see if Omega shows up. Before Saint Mosien's Arboretum though. Let me see. Let me just completely make sure I'm getting the right quest to unlock this. Hello, miss. Good to have you here too. Which one is it? For Hell's Keer. The Firebird down below. Yeah, the Solo's Compass. So I did last time. Okay. Gonna lurk for a bit, no worries, missed. Thanks for lurking from the shadows with your emerald sword. Meowlo! Hello, hello. Should I say meowlo? Meowlo? Good to see you, Blaine. Good to have you here as well. Wait. What did I... sorry, lost my train of thought there. Rubizi. Should be from Tamamisu. The Kojin area. What's it called again? The Firebird down below. Yes. Once again with Bunchin. How kind of you to pay us a visit, Khaiden. Now I need not summon you. But a moment ago, a certain surly cat returned with another missive addressed to you. See for yourself. Surly cat. Wait. Stormblood music is so good. It is. I need to listen to it more. Been listening to quite a bit from mostly ARR, I guess. Brave adventurer who stood fast and quelled the raging Aramitama of my comrade Byakko. The time has come for you to return to Raisin Temple. This might be the conclusion of this questline as well, so yeah. You need to finish Dawn Trail to do the Omega stuff, by the way. What we're looking to do is what came out in 4.4, though, the normal raid quest lines. Did you mean something else, or do you actually need to finish Dawn Trail for that? Oh, I get you. Yeah, because I know there's the collab incoming that seemingly involves Omega with Monster Hunter Wilds. I was confusing with Monster Hunter? Yeah. Almost feels now like I gotta change the title. Hopefully it's not confusing to anybody. It hasn't come out for either end, either way, has it? As far as I know, but yeah. Either way, it's Omega. I want to see what Nero is gonna do. Sid. We shall see what happens. Maybe today. It was the plan, right? But again, there may be external factors that make me say this is better off in another stream. But alright. I presume the auspices of Hell's Lid have need of you once more. If so, give my regards to them and dear Soroban. Dear Soroban, he's been training hard, hasn't he? How did I go here again? Was there like oh yeah, from Onokoro, right? Best to do it from here. Wait. Where the places is the... Huh? Chottomate. Where is this? I got the area completely wrong, apparently. Best to do it from Kugani, then. Best to do it from here because I exit to the Ruby Prize. I exit on the Ruby Prize exit. There we go. Hi. No, I'm learning my ways around. Mostly. What made me learn about that Ruby Prize exit being good for this was doing the Kojin quests, actually. It's all still pending. We will get to Shadowbringers. We will get to it. I mean, ideally before the year's over at this point. I thought that rain was IRL and I got mad that it's raining already. Oh yeah. It was raining where we were. It's great when it can be that immersive. Except when it's not. But yeah. It's good to have great sound direction like that, right? In a game. But then some sounds are like, I don't know. If I were making a game, I would make them less realistic, maybe. Like a knocking sound, like the knocking sound you hear here and there in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. It's like, what? Like, don't scare me like that. Rainstorms almost every day since May, hence my lack of streaming, because my dish sucks. Oh, there was IRL Thunder now. You summoned it. Oh, we summoned it. Oh, goodness. I've been there. Yeah, when they said a surly cat, I thought they meant this fellow here. Ah, you're still here? Got something you'd like to ask? Sorry, just kind of wanted to read that line. We've read all of that dialogue, by the way. Oh, yes. But now it's time for Gimbu. Well met, Khaiden. Well met. But wait, where is the little urchin girl of whom I have grown so fond? Wait, what was Tataru doing? It would be remiss of us to proceed without her, would it not? Why not summon her with that trinket of yours, your link pearl? This is the first time I ever see myself use the link pearl, I think, or the player character. Seriously. I think it's the first time I see that, or the first time I'm in a while, at least. It's super rare. Like, it's usually somebody else calling you, not you doing the call. Hello, Khaiden, is that you? Huh? Right now? Very well, if you insist. She might be busy, though. What wondrous things, this link pearls. Now then, let us wait until your friend arrives. What we're looking to do soon is a trial. 8 players, but more will happen. Khaiden, Ginbu. Ah, good of you to join us, little urchin girl. She's not happy at all. She's not happy. You know, there is such a thing as running a joke into the ground. Oh yeah, and she aged a lot last time, just for a little bit though. It pleases me to inform you that thanks to your assistance with his training, Soroban's strength has grown by leaps and bounds. Ere long we may count him among our most formidable warriors. Out of curiosity, where is Soroban anyway? Engrossed in a very special exercise, I'm afraid. Trust me when I say he would not want you to see him in his current state. Working up a sweat, no doubt. Glad to hear it. But I call you here not to discuss our Kojin friend. The wards have grown weaker, presaging Koryu's inevitable escape. Before he breaks free, the 4 lords must marshal their strength. And so, Khaiden, I must entreat you to quell the raging Aramitama of a dear comrade once more. A fight, is it? That's where a warrior of light shines. Who's his opponent this time? See for yourself. She should be joining us shortly. Oh, we're looking up. Susaku? Right, I think I saw Susaku, but what is Susaku? I don't think I quite know. It has been too long, elder brother. Several hundred years by my reckoning. Am I to assume you have kept your silent vigil all this time, Susaku? Let us not speak of such things. You bade me come hither for another purpose. That I did. Koryu's wars grow weaker by the day, and the calamity he would visit upon us draws nigh. The 4 lords must join their strength together once more. And to that end, this warrior would unburden my tortured soul. Just so. His is a power far surpassing that of mortal man. He is heir to the legacy of Tenzin. Brother, how dare you compare this creature to that shining paragon of virtue, of kindness? You sully his memory. And you dare think yourself his equal, his better? Then I will put you to the proof, and when you fall, it will be a fate most deserved. Turn back if you would not have it be so, or join me in misery. Compared to Byakko, she seems much more angry. The Aramitama feeds upon her grief and fuels her rage. She yet mourns a love lost, but it is not my place to speak. Go to her, brave warrior, and learn the truth of her heart. I guess I have to punch her in the face, since I'm gonna be monk for that. Or at least that's still the plan at the moment. Also, hold on, what the hell? Let me check my dashboard again. Checking something quickly. I saw something weird in my chat. Okay, I think it just hadn't updated that properly. It said it was in slow mode. It's not. It's not. It's not supposed to be. If it is in slow mode, let me know because it's not meant to be. Susaku. I saw your castle in Street Fighter 2. I don't know, it keeps getting called Susaku's castle, so I'm guessing it's yours. Yeah. You crave battle then, even if it brings you your death. Out of duty, you pit yourself against enemies ever stronger. Without hesitation, without fear. You muster your courage and... Now, you are not even a pale shadow of his glory. There was but one man fit to wear the mantle of hero, and he has long since passed from this world. If so, then the Ruby Sea will be consumed by Koryu's fiery judgment, and we, her sworn protectors, will have failed in our duty. Is Tensen's memory so sacred that you would doom this land out of spite? Talk to her, Byakko, she's hallucinating. Oh, Byakko, do you not see? Before I called you brother, I was but a bird who loved a man. Perhaps that was all I was ever meant to be, for I can brook no replacement at my side or in my heart. Not so easily as you. Have you forgotten his final moments? How he fought and died to defeat Koryu? How he sacrificed himself before our very eyes? How dare you ask me that? Every detail is forever seared in my mind's eye, a blackened scar upon my soul. How could I possibly forget? Nor should you. Nor will I forget every day we spent together on the road. But to exalt the past over the present, to live life in mourning and never move on, is to dishonor his memory. How dare you speak to me of dishonor? You who have opened our home to this pretender. I see him plainly. How he has wormed his way into your hearts, mimicking Tensen's manner, cloaking himself in its scent, seeking to supplant Tensen in our minds. Listen to yourself, my sister. The Arami trauma has driven you to see Oni in shadows. Let it be quelled before your soul is forever lost. Only to Tensen will I entrust my soul. Only his love will I accept. Let me help you. He said, oh, Tensen. Very well, but I will brook no delay. I will await you in the depths, in my place of mourning, and when it is ended, I shall mourn you too, she says. But we'll see how she actually feels about it. Forgive her, Khaiden. She is yet consumed by her failure to save Tensen all those years ago. Her regret is a festering wound. The love she bore him gave her strength once. Alas, through it the Aramitama has found purchase in her soul. It feeds on her grief and despair. It's plain that your presence troubles her as well. She senses your blessing, and it reminds her of him. There were moments when she looked on you with a fire in her eyes. When she gives herself to the Aramitama, she may surrender to her delusions as well. If so, do not be alarmed by what she says. Stand fast and free her from her torment. And she was like, I will brook no delay, but she's gonna have to wait for a bit. Be warned, she commands many powers, including the ability to manipulate geomantic currents. Only by remaining observant will you survive. Yeah, mechanics. We have to keep that in mind. Hell's Kier. I keep thinking Hell's Kitchen whenever I see that title. Even though the word Kier, if that's how it's said, is very different. It's just, it starts with a K and an I, and there's an E somewhere there. It's like, they share quite a few letters. What's up, Tataru? Be careful, Khaiden. I don't think she's going to go quietly. Forgive her, my friend. She knows not what she says. So with that in mind, Tachi Gang, if any of you would like to join me in this superstar squad, let me know. We're about to queue up. And we're going to queue up for both of them at once. Saint Mosian's, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but Saint Mosian's Arboretum Heart. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's not gonna be listed here in Heaven's Sword. Not subscribed currently, but good luck. No worries, Blin. And thank you. Let's kill off for them. And the trials. In the meantime, let's read here. Let's see. As the return of the Mad Auspice Koryo draws ever closer, Gimbu of the Four Lords seeks to marshal his comrade's strength. But while the White Tiger Byakko has been restored to his senses, the radiant Susaku is on the verge of succumbing to the Aramitama. For centuries she has mourned the fallen Tenzin, and in her boundless grief struggled to accept his loss. What is more, her ascendant Aramitama now clouds her mind and drives her to reject those who would offer her comfort. As before, there is but one way Susaku can be brought back from the brink of madness. For the sake of the Ruby Sea and those who call her home, you and your comrades must quell the rage within the Auspice's soul. And we go into Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Gear. I swear, it just feels so similar. When you actually say it out loud, not so much, right? Sometimes you have those puns, right, that written without reading them out loud in any way, like even in your head, right? They seem like they work so well, but then you say them out loud and it's like, oh, the pun was lost. Or vice versa, maybe. But language is funky like that. Let's see what the language says about Saint Mosian's Arboretum, though. Arboretum. The sudden emergence of a moth-covered and excessively energetic corpocore from inside the Arboretum sparks interest among a trio of Idleshire citizens. They believe the layer of grime covering the seedkin has invigorating properties that could be used to revitalize the soil of green grub mudplots. Unfortunately, hordes of aggressive plant life exposed to the substance stand between them and the information they seek. You agree to lead an expedition into the Arboretum to clear a path and thereby allow safe passage to its inner reaches. We agree to lead an expedition. But alright. I get the feeling we should head into them, the queues I mean. Right, maybe I should have saved the gold saucer stuff or until I was queuing up or so, but alright, let's just join. But yeah, we'll definitely have like a lot of room in the Superstar Squad, at least for the trial. And then, well, if we do Omega, it's normal raids, it's still 8 people. Would it be very fitting to do this first and then... No, not this, sorry. The dungeon first and then this and then Omega. It escalates, right, in scale. One is just an optional dungeon. I mean, this is optional too, I guess, but like, that's even more optional. Where the story will be more straightforward, not part of a quest line. Though it was connected to previous quests and quest lines, kind of. Even Botan stuff, I think. And then this one that has been a whole quest line. This may be the end of the quest line too. There may be more after this. That may not necessarily be group content, so we'll see. All the more reason to also wrap it up before Omega itself. And then the big one, Omega. Because before we actually do the normal raids themselves, which will have their cutscenes in between and everything, there will probably be a single player affair like we've had before, right? Like first going through the first part of the Alpha Scape in this case. We done the Delta Scape, the Sigma Scape, where I got that beautiful Black Mage outfit. I have to go because Rain kill my internet again later. Good luck with the internet, Blin. Praying for it, praying. Fingers crossed for it. It's a Stormblood, alright. It's a summer Stormblood. Storm of Blood. Yeah, here and there there has been stormy old weather around here. In the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we'll all pull together. Windy old weather, stormy. Like August, right? Summer's still going on. It's a great season for pirate stuff like sea shanties of that sort. But then we still have Talk Like a Pirate Day on September 19th. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything this year, but I think it is gonna be Friday, so I don't know. A Limsa, Lanosha focus stream. The Confederation here in Stormblood, something themed around them. Something like that. Or I do check out a game I've never checked out before that's pirate themed. There's quite a few. But it's a different story to quote unquote check them out, right? Alright, let me do some target practice then while we wait because I gotta shake off some rust. Since I know they have them set up in the free company house. We can go there. And while I'm there, let me check my mail. Mist sent me all that submarine income I haven't taken a look at. And I still haven't taken a look at the submarines themselves. But yeah, I haven't really had time to do anything in F14 off stream. There were more than a few things. What is that? What is... It's not... Oh! The mailbox does that. I like this mailbox. Nice. Nice, and thank you so much for the submarine income, Mist. I'm at over 9 million, Gil. It's not the same meme, but over 9 million! The scouter just exploded for Vegeta. So, well, yeah, let's do the striking dummy. Let's just shake off rust for Monkey because yeah. I'm rusty AF. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, perfect balance. Let's see where this takes us. We got Flint Strike, not too shabby. Still need to understand some things about it. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, I got a more simple setup down. Yeah, this reduces the cooldown a little. Oh my god. Hello, can you hear me, Taji Gang? Oh god, I'm so sorry about that, Scuff. Yeah, remember the thing I said about the cable for the monitor? Well, this is something else. I have a USB, I think I finally kind of pinpointed the problem. I have a USB hub, and the placement of its cables, not the best one. When something moves it ever slightly, that seems to happen because I think partly because I have my microphone connected to that, and like something weird happens to the audio getting disconnected completely right there. And then everything freezes like that as well. Oh my god, that is horrendous. What the hell is that though? Why does it freeze everything so badly? Anyway, it's been a constant source of stress. And I didn't even move anything, it feels like. I don't know. My cables are terrible. It's like I can't see it comfy. Even if I'm playing a comfy game, it can't be done. But yeah, what was this skill again? Brotherhood. Right. Increase damage dealt. I might have to click a few skills, but then there's this right here. But then, yeah, I activated perfect balance. That's the thing we do here. And I got Flint Strike again. Elixir Field, Celestial Revolution, Flint Strike, Tornado Kick. Well, let's see how we do in Hell's Gear. We're going for it. Suzaku cannot wait any longer. We cannot leave her waiting any longer. Exam. Oh, yeah. I'll need to roll ads soon. Let's keep that in mind, but we should be fine for this. I'm gonna use my macro to let everybody know in there that it's my first time doing this. Oh, the music, probably gonna be amazing. Let's pay attention to that as well. Yosh. Ikuzo. I can't do her voice justice there, can I? But I knew it was gonna have voice acting. They tend to have it for this. Here she comes. That looks cool though. Too bad it had to be from like corruption of the soul and everything. But alright.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
The poor Auspice, she doesn't know what she's saying. Alright, let's see if I get the right thing. Let's pay attention to mechanics.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
More important than getting that rotation fully right, I would argue. Because yeah, that's a few ads. Okay, yeah, let's do AoEs. Why am I so rusty in Monk still? I need to stop relying on Black Mage so much. I need to keep doing Monk more often again. Yeah, there's no need for the AoE there, I think. So many effects. So many effects. Now, as for the scuff in-game itself, though, it seems to be mostly mild, if not absent altogether. Let me see. There's no way we can avoid any of these from the look of it, right? Oh wait, I think we have to kill something first. Man, it is one thing to learn the mechanics for the first time, but I'm also rusty! I guess as Black Mage I will be less rusty. We also had Black Mage action last Wednesday. So yeah, I'm trying to remember that Monk rotation. Get the feeling I need to not be in front of her. Okay, what happens now? What happens now? The Aramitama has begun to disrupt the live stream. I'm guessing... Oh, we'll need to stand in a different spot, right?
I could not bear to lose you again.
Scarlet Melody. Ooh, I like... This is interesting. Wait, stand up on the correct arrow? How do I know which one it is? Nobody else is moving from their spot, so... Nice, nice. I'm not sure what it is that I did, but... Everybody needs to be in a different spot. I like this mechanic, this is fun. Makes you feel the big amount of players you're with. 8. Ah, superstar squad, alright. I think we need to face in that direction, right? That's maybe it. I keep getting damage up, so I'm guessing I'm doing something right. I don't know. I'm just gonna do that. Now it feels like I'm playing DDR or something. Ooh, Suzaku's true form. Look at her.
Trust in me, my love. I will protect you. I promise.
Look at amazing. Here comes some big damage.
Please, my love.
Oh, here we go.
If only you
The music.
listen.
Yosh. This is actually the DDR raid. Nice, 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 nice. Stepmania! DDR! Pump it! Let's go! Man, I still actually have a dance pad stashed somewhere. You know what the problem with that was? You stomp on the ground and there are people...
Why do you do this?
Just without being too specific, I'm not on the first floor, right? And there are people on the lower floor, and when I'm stomping on the ground because I'm dancing on the dance pad or playing on it, it's very noisy for them, and that sucks.
All I ever wanted was for you and I to...
Didn't get to use it that much. But it was good for exercise. This music. I am ignoring some AoEs, I think. Well, not ignoring them, but not noticing them. I am not ignoring the music, though. I am hearing this. I definitely need to hear this at some point. On its own. Okay, I'm just gonna follow the crowd. Let me see. I guess it's a... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm seeing symbols.
All I ever wanted was for you and I to...
Okay. Getting the hang of it, I think. Kind of. I'm just going to do this and... Hold on. Let me just use everything else at some point, at least. I'm not using my other skills that also benefit the rest of the party. About time we did that, I think. Oh, did I get... Well, I don't even know how I got Celestial Revolution, but whatever. Trying to do other skills instead. Yosh. No, like, I feel like I do need to watch a video, properly read some guides or something.
Tenzin, please!
Again. I don't know, I say again, but I haven't done this with Monk, I think. I'm gonna be perfect as Black Mage, but I think I understand what's going on with it better. I'll stand here. I think I almost fell off. I think I was gonna be able to fall off that edge, right? I was thinking, what if this thing has knockback? I was about to die. I did what I had to. I'm sacrificing myself like Tenzin. And I used a potion. I didn't mean to use that. Oh well. Ah, you know what I just remember? I should put a phoenix down in here.
You never did make it easy, did you? We will wake you from this madness.
Ah, Susaku. The voice actress is doing a splendid job. By the way, that scream she did at the beginning. Ooh, the music. Fully in Japanese.
Hearken to my melody.
Nice. Wait, how did I get Celestial Revolution from that? What the heck? I was doing it right.
It must be us. And I'm glad. It is you.
Oh, I was hoping that limit break that person did, whoever it was, would be bringing us much, much closer, but okay. Let's end this here. Any moment now. I'm just gonna move where the crowd is moving. I'll actually learn about the mechanics some other time. But alright. The music. Take it easy, Suzaku. You're better now, right? Suzaku's castle. Ah, somebody said in the chat, enjoy the rest of the storyline. Thank you. They already are out, but thank you, whoever said that to me. Maybe not to me, because I may not have been the only one that did it for the first time. But alright. Byakko, or sorry, Suzaku. How long have I been blinded by this dream? This never-ending nightmare. Unable to escape the memory of my beloved. I owe you an apology, brave warrior, as well as my life. In spite of the crude and disrespectful way I treated you, you nevertheless risked your life to free my heart from the terrible delusion which threatened to consume my soul. For the first time in centuries, I can reflect on my time with the man I so deeply loved without being driven to tears. Tenzin. I was born into this world long, long ago, blessed with crimson plumage that shone like blazing fire in the sun. My form was likened to that of the firebird of legend, a being said to have the power to confer immortality upon mortal men. Thus was I pursued endlessly by those who yearned to conquer death. To them, to all mankind, I was no more than a means to an end. Mankind? Interesting term to use here. With Hayurs, Elisans, Lalafels, and all that. But Tenzin did not look upon me so. To him, I was so much more, and he would become everything to me. Together we traveled, we four lords and the samurai. As comrades in arms, we journeyed the realm, feared at first by many for our nature. But Tenzin, dear Tenzin, would not close his heart to the people's plight. Not once did he hesitate to proffer a helping hand, and one by one he won over those who once cursed and condemned us. Be there Oni in the east to slay, or revenants in the west to exorcise, without hesitation would he bid us rise to the challenge, and leave grateful men and women to spread word of our deeds, word which one day reached the ears of a king. When we were doing the Teal Mask recently, it reminded me so much of this as well. similar vibes with the story that happened there, that something about it is still gonna come into play in the Indigo disc, I think. "'Twas by the king's order that we battled the mad Auspice Koryu. Despite the many deeds to our credit, we four had only lived some few centuries, and were no match for our foe. Against the might of Koryu's raging Aramitama, my brothers and I were powerless. But Tenzin, brave Tenzin, he would not be denied. At the last he unleashed a powerful technique, knowing full well that it would leave him exposed. I watched as the life left his eyes forever. Had I been the Firebird of legend, had I been possessed of the power of immortality, had I been able to rescue him from death's obsidian abyss. And then the cruelest irony of all, centuries later, when I finally went through the change, immortality became mine to command. I can't but wonder if my bottomless grief for my beloved made it so. But the power for which I yearned so desperately that day is now mine. If not to save him, then perhaps to save those for whom Tenzin died. For the memory of my beloved, for his legacy, I shall fight. Let us go and tell Genbu together. And Khaiden, thank you. Knew you would be alright, Susaku. The four lords, right? Susaku, Byakko, Genbu. Who is the fourth one? Because it's not Tenzin himself, right? It's not Koryu, is it? Forgetting my lore for this, but let's go on. Precisely for this reason. What is Soroban doing now? Long did I question why I had been granted this power over life and death too late to save my beloved. Now I understand. To carry on Tenzin's legacy. To save those for whom he gave his everything. Thank you for helping me to realize this, Khaiden. Is it true that in the West, Slalafells are haunted for sport? It was a strange tale related to me from a fellow Auspice who overheard foreign adventurers in Yangsha. No! Who said that? Who was the rascal that said that? Senri here? Which one of you is the mischievous one? Inugami? I forget, or they're all mischievous in their own way. Kamaitachi? Nue? Who said this nonsense? Kudagitsune? Komainu? Is that an Auspice, actually? Oh, I don't remember this one. Wouldn't do for a guardian stuck on a mountaintop to lose... Oh, wait! This... Oh, it's the one we fought in the previous one, the Soul's Compass, based on the son of Wukong. Wouldn't do for a guardian stuck on a mountaintop to lose his touch, am I right? So every now and then I come down to visit Byakko and goad him into a sparring match. I tell you, they're not called the Four Lords for nothing. Even when I gave him my best shot, he won. Easily. And you know what makes it worse? I know he was going easy on me. Son Goku, Son Wukong. Not that other Son Goku you're thinking of, maybe? Welcome back, Mist. No, I see you are still... Sorry, Genbu. No, I see you are still in one piece. I gather all went well. Rest assured, elder brother, that I am myself once more. You certainly seem different from before, as if a great weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Your face is the very picture of serenity, I'd say. How very perceptive you are, little one. Indeed, I have at long last come to accept the passing of my beloved Tenzin. Well, sorry about the noise. Some cars are still loud enough. You see, I'm concerned about the construction noises that are gonna come up, right? But we'll see. And it still hasn't, like, started, and, like, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, at long last indeed. But perhaps such prolonged periods of distress are unavoidable when one lives for more than 1,000 years. I myself am no stranger to melancholy. Melancholy? No, my brother, that you most certainly are not. Oh, how forgetful of me. I have yet to see how Soroban's training is coming along. Uh-oh. Soroban! Soroban! He was stuck in the training for longer than he was supposed to, I think. Is he okay? Whoa. Nanda kore? What is this? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, I know this joke. It's a firebird. No, it's an airship. Oh. Oh ho ho, no, genre savvy urchin, for it is in fact. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Even Gambit knew. Genre savvy. Soroban! What was that? What was that? And what is this? Wait, the turtle shape itself is Sor. Oh my god. I mean, I expected him in some capacity, but not like this. No one told me that this training would lead to such a radical transformation. Look at me! I'm a giant tortoise! A tortoise! Oh. I was wrong. This is the very definition of running a joke into the ground. There's no need for panic, Sorbat. You probably just recited the words improperly and offer your body as a vessel for a great tortoise cameo. That seems to me like a very, very good reason for panic, unless I will return to normal after a short while, like with the Tamate Bako of Geomancy. Ah, well, I cannot say with any significant degree of certainty, but you might regain your original form by the time Khaiden quells Serious Aramitama. Might? Might? What is this might? Might is not an acceptable answer. You must be exhausted from your battle with Susaku, my friend. Perhaps it would be best if you returned to the land above and took a rest. He's right. I doubt we will be needed here for some time. And Soroban seems to be in no mood for company. Be sure to contact me if anything comes up. Yeah, no, this is not gonna be concluded yet. Poor Soroban! I have been meaning to return home, even if only briefly, but given my current state, that seems unlikely. If you could go in my stead and tell the elder I am hale and healthy, I would be most grateful. Hale and healthy, yes, in a way. But yeah, the fourth of the four lords will be the next one. That's got to be for patch 4.5. One of the two parts. Have I truly become host to a great kami? What if it does not wish to leave? You needn't worry about Soroban. He will be fine. Eventually. Probably. Eventually, probably. Alright. Susaku's here somewhere. Where did she go to now? Beko was left here. I just want to see what Susaku has to say as well. It took me centuries to come to terms with Tenzin's passing. That Susaku had not came as no surprise. Like us, Seiryu cared for him deeply, and I cannot help but worry that he too may struggle to accept your part in this. Let me know if you need help with any group content if there is any. We're about to do a dungeon, or well, queue up for it. I will roll the 3 minutes of ads ourselves first. And we may still go for Omega, we'll see. Oh my beloved, I pray you yet watch over me. But okay, yes, let's go down to Tamamiso. I can jump for that then? Sure thing. Give me a second. As I said, we're gonna roll 2 minutes of that, so I'll go AFK as usual for a moment. But we'll return for it. I'm glad it's not over yet. Yes, it feels like it needs to be more of a conclusion too. Ah, Khaiden. All is well with our friends beneath Hellslit? What of Soroban? How goes his training? I think I'm telling him everything, right? He failed to perform a ritual correctly and was transformed into a tortoise, you say? But you were aware that... Oh, I see. This must be some manner of Eorzean joke. How very amusing. No, it's not. A pity we will not see him again for the foreseeable future. But I will trust it is for the best, as before. He should take as much time as required. He is a tortoise, after all. Ha! 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 No, it still makes no sense to me. My gosh. What is this emote? What is this emote? Chatmate. hum. Humming music? Is that what I'm doing? Okay. This is where you get this emote. I've seen it so many times. I want to see how this looks in the water. It's gotta be great. Like in the Costa del Sol Moonfire Fair area. This is where you get this emote. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna literally leave it on this screen then. And we'll come back in just a bit though. Let's give it just a few minutes, that game. We don't always like do a baby screen like for the 3-minute ad break on the purple dimension, but let's do it now. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Omatase shimashita and Taji Gang. It's very good timing actually because the noises have started. The construction work has actually started now. It's only on the very start of it, so the noises might not be too bad right now, but it's gonna get even louder. And maybe they are very loud already. So I'm probably gonna activate a noise gate or two, but let's gauge how it is. Pardon me. Let's see how it feels. And we'll go for it from, we'll decide from there. But either way, what we're doing next is Saint Mosian's Arboretum on Heart. Mist, if you're still available, I'll invite you to the party in a moment. Oh, look at this. This is a really nice talk. If we do a talk like a pirate themed F14 stream, Final Fantasy Friday still would be, then this is a good thing to do. The Siren Song C. The Captain Carve laning his misery. Right, because it was like leading to that. Potentially even Shisui of the Violet Tides would fit. Stuff with the Ruby Sea. What else? Well, this is Leviathan. But okay. I am going to do an in-game ready check. I assume there's nobody else for the Superstar Squad, Touch Gang, let me know. But I think we're just gonna queue up for this already. If we still proceed with Omega after this, still, there will be room. Though we will have a lot of the cutscenes before, in between, and all that. And of course, all my yapping and stuff. But give me a second. I prefer to keep doing them in-game, no matter what. Alright, going in as DPS as well, Mist Weaver, you maniac. Let's go. Let me just find the dungeon again. Yes, it may take a moment. But there's 2 out of the 4. It's just 1 tank, 1 healer, and off we go. Now, for the reason why I'm really insistent on Black Mage no matter what for the Omega raids is because the outfit I'm wearing right now as Black Mage comes from the Sigma Scape. Or, you know, the things you get that you later exchange for gear. And that is gonna become a permanent outfit from here on. That I'll change into here and there. I'll have to change it to another glamour plate, but yeah. And please just give us more glamour plates. Yoshi P, Square Enix, Nobuo Uematsu. I don't know. He's a composer. It's nothing to do with it, but still, Masayoshi Soken, please talk to them. I don't know. Sephiroth, talk to him. Clive Rostfield. 20 is just not enough, you know. Just not enough at all. So yeah. In the meantime, I still have some coffee I've been having here. Let me have the rest of it. Maybe get an idea of what metal sounds we're gonna hear. See, it makes it sound like I'm talking about music. Heavy metal is the word. Or are the words for this. But yeah, for those who don't know, we had a big plan for doing all the 4.4 group content today. We may still proceed with that, but because I found out that there's construction work being done that is about to get more noisy soon, probably, that's kind of changing it, because I don't want to have like the whole Omega thing in this way. I will still do the rest of it some other stream, but probably next week, but we're still doing the stream as planned, and it's good to be here. And yeah, already like we did the Four Lords thing within the first hour of the stream. That's good too. That's good too. I like the way I focus on the cutscene like I did there. For the most part. Perhaps we can keep that going. Now, should we do anything in game while we're waiting? There's potentially, well, since I'm here, I could do tribal or ally society quests. How are we doing with our reputation? Even if I don't finish them right now, it's fine, just acquiring them. It's important to have them there. Where do I check reputation? Silly me, it says reputation. But yeah, 720 out of 990. Daily allowances and all that also play a part in it. No, not the boo box. What was this? Strange coffers. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, you heard that, didn't you? I think it's time for that noise gate. I think it's time to activate a noise gate. Activate the gate. That sounds so sci-fi. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna try to wait a little bit longer before I do so, but in the meantime, let's get these things here. And Bungin's still aways with the next quest already. That's the way we're doing it though, that's specific. Man, I really didn't want to drag out the patch content we're doing even further. Otherwise, yes, it would indeed be the plan to do the 4.5 MSQ. With the 4.5 MSQ, you know how 0.5 patches, they're always in 2 parts. This was no exception, the Stormblood 4.5 patch. Yes, it is my idea that we do the MSQ of both Part 1 and Part 2 in one stream. A long affair, a long Final Fantasy Friday. So long as it's on Friday, but we're gonna keep doing this on Fridays. For the foreseeable future? Look at that! Look at all the F words right there. Final Fantasy Friday for foreseeable future. Oh, love the way that works out. There we go. The alliteration. Alliance doesn't stop. I was trying to go for something that made sense for a further alliteration. And hey, the first 3 letters. That makes it even better. Even better because it's more than just the first letter. I am never gonna stop doing these. Never. But I will probably stop talking without a noise gate when there's like heavy metal in the background. Not that kind of heavy metal though. You know, I even had in mind to like go back to doing armor quests. So it's like bam, 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 blacksmithing sounds, armor sounds. Modern problems require modern solutions. As that meme says. Registration is withdrawn. Huh? Oh, okay. Missed swapping classes. Okay. Right, it automatically withdraws that when you change to a class. That's okay. Okay, nice. Mist just told me to requeue. Alright. No big deal, Mist. Hey, remember, we're still yapping on the stream and everything. It's alright. See, it's not unlike when there's like storm, right? We had a few streams recently where there was a thunderstorm and the thunder was so loud for a little bit. Because here's the thing I forget about sound sometimes. You feel the vibration. You feel the vibration. I guess maybe because I'm not on a first floor also, but yeah. Does not auto remove from queue when you switch classes? Well, it just... Oh, did you withdraw? I thought it was only me who could withdraw. I thought that's what happened right there, but okay. No biggie. I never knew somebody other than the party leader could do it. But I guess if you do it, it makes the entire party not be queued up anymore, right? That would make sense. Anybody can withdraw. Yeah, I think at that point, it would just make the entire party withdraw if that's the case. But yeah, that makes sense. I kind of want to stay silent for a few moments and see what sounds get picked up besides my voice. Nah, they're just getting started outside, by the way, with the metal construction, remodeling. I don't know which word is the right one, but yeah. If one withdraws, it withdraws everyone in group. Gotcha. Have I ever withdrawn when I'm not the leader? I don't think I've ever done that in my FF14 career so far. But yeah, in the meantime, okay, well, let's focus on... Though the queue might be faster now. We picked them up, let's give it a try. Let's try to focus on these quests. There's one where I have to do something with like one of those mounts, right? We should not do that one right now, I think. New style treasure hunting, what is this? Wait, what is this about? I'm not reading through the dialogue at all for these, I'm just... Yeah, because this fellow is with the mounted creature. Is this related to that? Oh. Oh, look at that. Sediment snacks. Okay. Oh, no. I didn't want to do this. We'll have to go back to Makura. Yeah, the icon is there. It's fine. Because the queue could happen any moment now, and this is not a good quest when you're waiting for queue like this. Man, otherwise it's such a chill area. I need to find if there's some ambience. Tamamisu ambience on YouTube. There's gotta be no shortage of ambience videos, 1 hour long, 10 hours long, for FF14. Ideally, I'm looking for one that either has no music, or if it has the music that also comes from the area, it doesn't do that thing where it's also slowed down with reverb, which is fine too, but it's not what I'm looking for this. Man, you know, I've yet to play Cyberpunk 2077, but there's a lovely video. There's quite a few lovely videos of Night City ambience that are like 10 hours long, goes through different times of day in game. It's so good. Forever blowing bubbles. No. This one is the one I should do, I think. There's some combat involved. From Onokoro. Look at that. There's still an area of the map I could uncover. That would be helpful. And also... Oh, no. This is something else. Let's not get distracted by the big orange circles. Like AoE circles, aren't they? Well, let's avoid them as if they were AoE circles, at least for now. But yeah, I am hoping to have more time to do things off stream in a 14. So, since I'm thinking it will be a shorter stream than planned today. I mean, we may still go for a full 3 hours or so. Just, you know, with the Omega stuff, it was going to be a lot longer. As it tends to be with that. But if so, I'll use that time to work on some stuff and... Like that cable bloody management I said I'm supposed to do and all that. Yeah, we're taking a while in queue. I mean, it's a specific dungeon, even if one of us is a tank. Even if you are a tank. Being on one specific dungeon and only one specific dungeon probably makes it all last longer. Also, let me have Cosmo summoned here. No. Stop playing the damn music. Stop playing the damn boss music. Hard to miss. Yeah, hard to miss indeed. Let's not waste that boss music if we're not actually gonna fight. My Gizzle Greens. I couldn't see where they were. I guess Mare, Cease and Desist might have made a bigger impact than expected. Mare? That went over my head. I'm not sure what that is in reference to, Mist. I can join if it helps the queue time. That's alright, Humpy. Because I think we already queued up, but if you really do want to join though, we can stop for a moment. I don't mind either way. However is best for you. I'm glad at least, you know, we didn't like postpone the stream altogether for next week. We could use a healer or a tank. We could do that. Should we withdraw then? I'm gonna withdraw. Even if we end up having to queue up for longer for a moment now. You can go tank? Okay, sure thing. Send me a tail in-game on B. Just like Miss did from a moment ago for me. And I'll add you. I think it's easier that way. Swap into healer. Yeah. Thank you, Miss. Man, and seriously, that song, Hard to Miss is the name of that Fate boss song. I swear to you, I was expecting all the comments for the song itself on YouTube. The version that allows comments anyway, because it's not like just for music, right? Like topic. Artist topic, for example. I expected them all to say it's just joke that this song plays in the most inconvenient moments and it's such an epic song, but it's not that. You're just talking to an NPC peacefully in a cutscene, but it happens to be also where a Fate boss has spawned. There's a couple places that are like that. And so, why am I hearing boss music? I was expecting the jokes, but no. Everybody was like, when this pops up, I stop what I'm doing and I do the Fate. And I'm like, okay, wow. Well, I don't actually relate. Not for the most part. Well, I love what it's doing with the water here. I gotta let it do this. People have lived in place and reached to say this. Mare? Mari? Allows people to sync their mods with each other as a third-party plugin? Okay. Yeah. I don't know anything about, like, modding the game. Since I have zero interest in that. But the Emerald Sword, the other Emerald Sword is also reporting for duty. Wait. It says I cannot locate your character. Trying to invite you from the tail. Are you in the server? What's going on? Actually, that's kind of weird. Cannot locate a character with that name, then who the hell sent me that tail? Square? Huh? Give me a sec, okay. Cannot locate a character with that name, then who the hell is speaking to me? Something supernatural is going on in F14. Amazing. What the heck? Funky error messages. Might be somebody else? No. It's clearly the name. Even if it's somebody else, it's saying it can't locate that person by their name that clearly is showing up in my chat. It's not showing on screen, obviously, on the stream, but like... Yeah. What do you mean? Man, I'm reminded one time there was an ebook I found in Google Books, like, or, you know, the ones that are more educational books, right? That have their own page. And I was like, okay, let me see the ebook version. You're clearly seeing the book, right? I mean, it may have been a scan to be fair, but even then, it's electronic already, right? And let's try it again. And I don't remember what I tried to do. Maybe buy it or maybe download it because it was supposed to be free or something, or I don't know what. And I was like, okay, let's see the book or let's download it. And then Google told me, there is no ebook for this. What do you mean there's no ebook? What the hell am I looking at on my screen? Am I hallucinating? That's an amazing hallucination. A very educational hallucination, no rhyme intended. What the hell are you talking about? It's like, it was really funny. It was very funny. There's no ebook, then what the hell are you showing me? What are these pages? What the hell? No, I don't think it even was a scam. It's hilarious. Let's do a ready check just in case. I do see you, Melody. I do see you. Wait, it says your button is here, but... Okay, there are glitches going on in F14. It says your button is here, but clearly you're not. What is going on with F14 today? Things are broken. You saw that, didn't you? You saw that, Dajigang. Now that was weird. Well, anyway, the queue was indeed faster. Ready checks are delayed at times. Okay. Then at least that one has an explanation. Yosh! Biguzon. Same Mosian's Arboretum for our Afro friend right there. Ah, lovely more balls again. It's time for that, right? I don't remember what the original was. I almost want to do it. I could watch the cutscenes just to see. Yeah, would be good to do it. I keep saying I'm gonna rewatch a cutscene to remember this, but I don't do it. It involves going to an inn. All right. Yes, let's see. We got a Reaper with us. Reaper, White Mage, Dark Knight, Monk. A monk, a Dark Knight, a Reaper, and a White Mage walk into an Arboretum. What's the punchline? Well, let's find out, shall we? The punchline is my punches as monkey. I'll show you a punchline, alright? Nice music, though. Now, yeah, this is what I pictured when it said Arboretum. Makes me curious to see what it was like originally. That's alright. Let's get this rotation down again. Would have been better to do this before the trial, maybe, or maybe not. Works either way, I guess. Well, you know, on the trial I'm not doing AoEs as much, so there's also that difference right there. Okay, let me. Yeah, so many effects I can't see where the AoEs have been. I might have been hit by something. Sorry if I was. Sorry if I did. That's the right way to say it, I think. Yeah, some of these enemies, they might be a bit familiar. I'm not sure. What is it that happened in St. Mosian's Arboretum originally? Yeah, because instead of replaying the entire first version of this dungeon, no, it's more about just the cutscenes. That would give me enough right there. I think also this is the last. Was this the last dungeon where they used the word heart for it? Like you know, a new version of a previous dungeon. Which, to be fair, many of these also end up being so different that they're a new dungeon altogether. You know. But I think they stopped doing previous dungeon parenthesis hard, for example. Sorry, losing track of my skills here. I fell in love with them. Well, I guess they are lovely looking things, aren't they? Just look at them. Look at them. Yay. So if we ever do an FF14 Smasher pass, okay, we know the answer for them. It showed like love, and I was like moving towards them. But then the icon was like as if I had fright or whatever that effect is called. Anyway, here's another lovely looking thing. Yeah, I want to see if Edith, I keep calling her, maybe her name is supposed to be pronounced differently, but the reason I also say it like that is because it reminds me of Edith. The name Edith. Just edgy. Edgeth, it might be because of that, you see? But alright. Here we go. I gotta tell you, something about hearing the usual, boss themes feels weird at this point now. Sorry, I'm also kind of focusing in game. Wanted to get some things there done right. Ugh! Then we didn't touch that. Did we? I'm not sure. I think I may have done a celestial revolution there. Sorry about that. At least, you know, Flint's strike is good enough for me. Surviving is more important than avoiding messing up your rotation, in my opinion. Whether you have the best healer in the world or not, and we have an amazing healer with us, no matter how good your healer is, I think it's always a good idea to prioritize survivability over everything else. It's true, it's true. Like, you shouldn't be too defensive. The more you damage enemies, the less damage you'll receive because the faster you're killing them, but a balance between both things, I guess. Offense and defense. Offense and defense. I always lean towards survivability. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the, No, wait, did we see the gear for this last stream? Or glamour running? Whee! Free falling. I'm no worse for the wear from that. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Yosh. I get the feeling Mist might be writing something. Sometimes it's better to let yourself die. Gotcha. And perhaps I'll change my approach too. Well, I don't think it's good to let myself die. I was a bit too hasty using that jump skill. What was it called again? Thunderclap. Yeah, it doesn't have like a name for the kind of skill it is. Thunderclap makes me think I'm going to do some big AoE damage, you know, with thunder. I guess that's my black mage experience speaking. I don't know. So yeah, the construction work outside, I don't think I'm hearing it right now, but it may still come into play some more. Like if you had 8 vulnerability stacks, okay. Right. Oh, and you got transformed into something there. Status condition, right? Oh, wait. Got distracted. We should keep doing AoEs here. Let me see if I can get these right. God, I just love the monk animations for the attacks and everything. Just spinning, kicking, punching while you're spinning in place. Or maybe not even in place, which makes it even more fun. Damn it, I got a bit too greedy, sorry. That was a lot more damage than I expected. Greedy trying to, like, get somewhere faster. Should have tried Thunderclap there, maybe? In the heat of the moment, there's only so much you can be able to do. Or at least that's the way I feel about it. Okay, that is not what I meant to do! Not Thunderclap. Man, these AoEs, though. These AoEs. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of what you were doing in your rotation. That's why I made it like a Celestial Revolution. At least it has a nice name. No big deal, though. I think we got this. I do hope we can do Omega today, though. shall see. Either way, we must give it the oomph it deserves. The oomph. I can't think of another word for some reason. Anyway, what the hell is going on with this place? That is not the kind of boss I expected here. Oh, geez. Mechanics are gonna be complex here, aren't they? Yeah. I'll follow all of your leads for this. Soil bed. Yeah, we're gonna be growing some crops here. But this ain't no Stardew Valley, nor Fields of Mistria, nor Tales of the Shire, for that matter. These are not gonna be friendly crops, are they? What do I do here? Following your leads. Oh, wait, I didn't see the ads there. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. That could have been worse. The limitations of being a melee DPS here, huh? If I were Black Mage, I would have casting time anyway, although I would probably be using triple cast and things like that. Also, let's activate some proper skills here. Just, yeah. Damn it. Turned away too late, sorry about that. I was focused on, like, my rotation and stuff. Should have done Thunderclap there, maybe? Or no, wait, you can only do Thunderclap on an enemy, not on a teammate. Yeah. I'm not gonna be dealing any damage right now, I think. Alright. The mechanics. Now, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do much as Black Mage there, even with triple cast. Gotta be fast. Gotta go faster. Oh! Somebody died. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hold on. Miss Weaver. Phoenix down. My one Phoenix down. Woo! We can resurrect healers like this now. Let's go. My one Phoenix down. I haven't gotten any others since the update. Oh my god. We got to use the thing. I didn't even have it in my bars. Had to open the inventory for that. Oh my god. That was good. That was a goated moment right there, though. That was an epic moment right there. Let's go. Okay. This isn't even the final boss, right? I was like, oh, it's time to limit break. No, this isn't even the final one. Alright. My one Phoenix down. And I was saying, no, I can't add it anymore because I already used it. Even if it were not here, like, I wanted to add it at least to the bars here. That's very nice. Yeah, I can see why they updated it that way. It's still fair, you know? It takes a long time to... I could have died while I did that. I took some damage doing that, I think. But yeah, now healers can be revived in a situation like that. And do let me know where I can buy Phoenix Downs. I should have a, I don't know, a stack of 10 or something, depending on their price. That would be good. And now all my combat classes, or well, jobs, should have that somewhere in the quick access bars. Okay. That'll do. That'll do then. Yeah, and I didn't quite get what was going on with the mechanics, but... well, hopefully I get it more if I keep doing this. We gotta take a look at the cosmetics for this. Is it worth the glamour run or two? Perhaps it is. Okay, am I standing in a good spot here because things are getting messy around here? God, I love that skill. Which one was that? Tornado Kick. Yeah, especially with a name like that. Dajigen Kick. Dajigen Tornado Kick. Dajigen Tornado. I should have a skill called that. Dajigen Tornado. Oh my god. Another happy alliteration. Are you kidding me? Yeah. If I'm using wind elemental power. Dajigen Tornado! Dajigen Typhoon. Ooh, yeah, there we go. For water power, right? Tajigen Typhoon! Something like that. Perfect. Perfection. Yeah, instead of Tajigen Kick, it should be Khaiden Kick. It's KK. Like my boy KK's ladder in Animal Crossing. Let's go. Oh, no, no, no. Let's not get bathed in that water. It's gotta be nasty in some way. It probably just has mud that's good for plants, but not as bad as sewer water, I guess. No, that was like, what was the place? Like close to Kugani Castle, I think. So yeah, I may not be using the skills the most optimally, but I got a decent understanding of them that makes me be, you know, a good enough DPS, at least for what we're doing here. We're not doing savage in-game content or anything. I get the feeling that if I ever get to them, Glamour will be a reason, probably. Yeah, that's a place where, that's a situation in which you really do have to make one single choice, one single class, as the class that you specialize in. No matter how many classes you do, I think. And it's probably gonna be Black Mage. But maybe not, you never know. But yeah, like in-game Astrologian and Healer. Ooh! Wait, do I know this boss? Is it the boss that I thought was a chocolate boss, or... Like, Humpy in the in-game chat is like the only thing I remember. Tokapchi. There was a chocolate boss I saw once on another person's stream. Might have been Luren's. It may... Okay, okay. The only thing I remember is getting the dirty out of the tiles. 1 don't die, 2 don't die, 3 don't die. Says Mist. Just writing down notes, okay. No, no, no. Tell me all about the mechanics. Arigato, Mina. I think I just got a Celestial Revolution here. Celestial Revolution! He has a fancy name. It's alright. It's better than nothing. So, yeah. Let's stay the hell away from each other. Yeah, obviously, we don't want to go into those circles right there. I was using the wrong skills again. Let me stand where everybody's standing then. Full camera angle. The Muslim grows, fitting of the sludge spear form from Tokapchi. So I'm guessing we have to take that down. Or do we avoid it? Otherwise I'm gonna... Yeah, I feel like maybe I wasn't supposed to do an AoE there. So. Okay, okay, somebody's about to die here. And it's me! Too much chocolate, I mean mud. At least not the healer. Hopefully the others have Phoenix Downs if it gets worse. Yeah, the other DPS died as well. Right, Mist just revived them. Yeah, take your time, Mist. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, get out of there, get out of there. If needed. Who knew mud could be so lethal? Well, there's such a thing as, what is it called? Quicksand? Yeah. Wasn't that the name of the inn in Ul'dah, the Quicksand, or... This is not the quicksand I like to visit. I'll have to take a shower or something after this. Botany can be dangerous in F14 after all. Okay, that raid. Focus target is dead. Whatever the name is, I forget. The proper gaming terms for these things. Especially multitasking on a stream and all that. Okay. Let's stay here. I got a Quagmire, giggity. I know it's not just a person's name, but I can't help but think of the Family Guy creep. Yeah, Quagmire is like... Who the hell names their child Quagmire, though? Yeah, I guess it can be a more common name, but I'm gonna die again. And I don't have my dear mana ward that I usually have as Black Mage. It's alright, that's alright. Keep it going. Provided one of us is alive soon, we should do a limit break sooner than later. Mist and Humpy carrying this. Delicious Demon Blood and Melody Light Hope. living up to their names. She brings the demon blood. Can't be taken down that easily. And Melody brings hope of light. Oh, speaking of LBs, I'm just gonna chill here. It's like, you know, those mod masks laying down in the spa. Yeah, that's what we're doing instead with this mod. Just chilling. Right? Okay. Let's finish this! Damn it! Oh my god. Just when I'm reviving, I think I'm gonna die again. Wait, no, never mind. Enough of that quagmire. We should be finishing this soon. Nice. Good game! That was a tough one. So I'm still learning the mechanics and all that too. Very squishy. Listen to those squishy sounds. Yeah. Let's have all that water. We need to clean up after that. Good game. Absolutely worth doing that dungeon though. Thanks to the player that joined us here. Those are great, like, trousers they're wearing. Or pants. They were saying get away from the mob so it doesn't nuke you. Oh, I got healer stuff. Let's see. Okay, this really doesn't give you an idea what the outfit is like. Yeah, we have to look at the cosmetics for this. We may have seen them before, but we'll look at that in a moment. Oh, you know what? I think they're shared. Yeah, we saw them because they're shared with the MSQ dungeon, right? Which was, I don't remember the name. I think that is how it worked, not sure. Yeah, Miss was saying in the in-game chat, get away from the mob so it doesn't nuke you. Yeah, something was doing damage to me before we received the... What do you call the thing where you're supposed to be apart from each other because otherwise it increases the damage? You know, that purple circle? Well, yeah, before I got that, it already did damage to me. Brink of death. Just ran out. Okay. But yeah, I'm having something related to that. If I'm gonna look at the wiki page for this to see the cosmetics, then we might as well take a look at that quickly. Now the question is, are we gonna do Omega? Because I'm really not sure. This gang. For now, let's continue here then. Fresh air at last. I tell you, it's clammier than a goblin's arse crack in there. I got out a few moments ago, but I won't be going back in anytime soon. I saw that you cleared the path for Midnight Dew in Egypt, though. Hopefully they'll be on their way back about now. They went in there with us. Okay, this Egypt, she was the person in the botanist story. I'm curious to see... Well, I think it's her. Curious to see the dialogue. Is it her? It's her, yeah. Ah, that beautiful hat she has. I'm so curious to see the dialogue here, since I did the botanist storyline with her. Really the last botanist storyline, because it ends at level 70 like most classes do. It applies to crafting and gathering classes as well, right? Sorry to have kept you waiting. Khaiden, how wonderful it is to see you again. Although I must say I'm dreadfully sorry for all the trouble we put you through. Especially considering how much you've helped us at Green Grub Mod Plus already. Thanks to you, we've made a valuable discovery. You see, the research materials we found mention a concoction for rapidly turning plant matter into compost. It seems the mud was used to cultivate the ingredients for the formula. There was just one minor oversight. And by minor, I mean quite major, actually. This mod also causes alarming behavioral swings in seedkin, making them go positively berserk. Growth formula for plants is all well and good, unless they're the sort that's liable to bite your bloody head off. Yes, I'm surprised the Charlayans didn't keep it in a safer place. In any case, we can use their findings to breathe new life into the soil of Dravania. As for the Seed King, a little water washes the mud right off. Allow me to demonstrate. And I thought the Seed King already looked like that by default. Nice noises. Looking better now. See, I'm just thinking of Pokemon. It was like the ground type form. And now we're back to the grass type form. Back to the original regional form, maybe. Wow! You're being savage either responds. Okay. Wow, you're gonna be very... You're gonna have no chill no matter what you say here. Okay. How about a bit of pruning instead? I'm with Khaiden on this one. Covered in muck or not, it's a bleeding nuisance either way. Oh, man. Now, leave the poor thing alone. I'm sure it'll behave itself. And more importantly, it looks like we found a way to improve our dwindling harvests. And we couldn't have done it without you, Khaiden. I'll make sure that when the locals start tucking into all those lovely crops, they'll know who to thank. It's a... There, so you can see it. It's an affable looking creature, but I guess you do have to like pluck it out like that. Like a mandragora in some settings, or... Don't feel sorry for it, it's okay. Something like that, I don't know. Nice though. Let me see, there was morning game. Also, don't drop the spread on a plate, because that is the only safe area for the raid whites. You'll have to explain it to me more some other time, Mist. But yeah. The spread is what it's called, right? Plate. No safe area for the raid whites, okay. But yeah, let me see, let me think. So the big thing that makes me not sure whether we're gonna proceed with Omega or not is how noisy it's gonna get with like the remodeling, the metal work being done outside. I can hear the noises, not sure if you can, but it's just very mild noises, like setting things up and everything. They're going to be cutting metal. I just keep thinking of like heavy metal music every time I say that. It sounds so metal because it is metal, right? And heavy metallurgy work and stuff like that. I'm just very particular about it, right? Like, I don't want to start Omega and then finish it in another stream. Like, let's have the whole epic storyline in one stream. From beginning to end. Oh yeah, I hear some steel sounds. Man, I really am thinking so much of Pokemon. I'm thinking of steel-type Pokemon as well. So, for as to what we would do next, I'm not sure. You could split the Sigma Escape into 2 streams, maybe? Yeah. The Alpha Escape, I think it is. Is it the Alpha Escape that is called? The last one. Something very epic is gonna come with it, involving, you know, the eponymous Alpha as well. It could be split like that, but... Well, in the meantime, let's do a few other things. I did want to go to that inn and take a look at least the cutscenes. Ooh, Susaku card. Nice, this was sitting there. We had a Susaku card. Completely forgot you had done Sigma Escape. Yeah, that was the last one. And again, that beautiful Black Mage outfit I have. Why don't we change into it already? I mean, the class, but we already have the outfit. Or the job, I should say. But yeah, this is all thanks to the Sigma Escape. Like, it's gonna become a permanent fixture in my glamour plates. Yeah. It's just perfect, right? Just the default colors. Since it's the normal version of the dungeon, right? It's not the dyeable outfit. I don't need to dye anything here. Nothing. It's perfect. The Alpha Escape gear, none of it called out to me, right? Oh yeah, let me see. I just wanted to kind of, out of curiosity, see how the original version of Simo CN's Arboretum looked like. Just a brief look at it. I don't know, I kind of want to start doing it. But then, yeah, the noise may get crazy. Who knows? Or maybe it's not going to be as crazy as I'm thinking it's going to be. Here's the thing. The whole Alpha Escape, Ball of Omega, it's going to be several hours, easily. It's a great epic, and I mean, it's been that way for the past 2 escapes, for the past 2 raid series of that we've done, as it tends to be, and then this is also the last of the 3, right? I love that format. I love structures like that too, for the most part, but I like it. Normal raid series, divided into 3 acts, so to speak, and each of them has 4 parts to it, in the form of 4 different raids, and there's things in between, there's cutscenes in between, there's epicness and all that. Is epicness even a word? You get the point though. Yeah, there are things like that. But yeah, the reason I'm going to an inn is because I at least want to see the dungeon initial cutscene and stuff for Same Ocean's Arboretum. Obviously, we didn't have to deal with all that mod and stuff, I think, but what was going on here? It's been a while since I've actually taken a look at things here. Duty. This would be Heaven's Sword Duty, Saint Mosian's Arboretum. Yeah, I kind of read through that text. When we do them for the first time, though, I still want to watch these cutscenes. Right, it seems more... Well, less about mod and stuff like that, right? More Heaven's Sword dish, I guess. I don't know. is the sort of white and light blue colors that make me think of Heaven's Swords as well. What was the boss for this? Some big marble, I think, or definitely different than the boss. All right, this is coming back to me a little bit, right? That's why those other creatures look familiar, because they were like similar to that final boss right there. Why not? We have to watch the victory cutscene. See, it's not the same as when you look at it when you are in an actual party, right? What was that boss called? I don't even remember. I'm also kind of curious. What was the gear that you got from the original version of Saint Mosian's Arboretum? Also, because yeah, either way, I want to roll 3 minutes of ads, but not going AFK this time. Why don't we take a look at the cosmetics while we're doing that? Let me stay here in the... I still have some time before I need to roll them because I ran them late last time, but I'll roll them now. Ambient, no. Do we have anything that would fit that dungeon? Quicksand, yeah, there it is. Dravanian side quest reward. Given that I mentioned quicksand, let's go for this song. Let me have the 3 minutes of ads while we look at fashion fantasy and other things. For those who are not seeing the ads though, we're still here. Wanted to open the wiki, take a look at Saint Mosian's Arboretum. We've seen this gear before, I'm pretty sure, because it's shared with the other dungeon. I forget the name of it, but let's see. Also, what is it that I wanted to see? Oh, the guides. Oh, actually, let me read that a little bit. Modify Tokapchi will... Quagmire, hold on. All players are marked for an AoE, spread out to avoid overlap, but also keep the center of the attack off the solid platforms. Allowing Quagmire to coat a platform creates a highly damaging puddle on that platform that will also inflict a 50-second penalty up to anyone who steps in it. Okay. I still didn't quite get what was causing so much damage to me. I did step into one of those puddles at some point kind of accidentally, but just once. Tokapchi will move to the center of the arena and create a mod slime ad. Right, that ad was unkillable. Keep all of the bosses area of effect attacks away from the mud slime, including the periodic puddle explosion. It could be pushed though, allowing the mud slime to hit with attacks will cause it to grow, causing it to deal more damage when it finally detonates. After rolling 45 seconds, the mud slime will cast Corrupture, dealing damage to the entire party based on how large it became. If the mud slime was not allowed to grow at all, Corrupture instead only hits melee range. If the mud slime grows once, Corrupture will deal moderate party-wide damage. If the mud slime grows twice, it will explode immediately for very high damage, while also inflicting a cleansable damage down. Oh, and okay, let me also see where I can get a Phoenix Down. A bunch of Phoenix Downs, I mean. Where did we hear this music, by the way? It's one that I remember a lot, but I don't remember where it was from. It's like, we haven't heard it enough. Yeah. Blue Lily is a vendor that sells it in the Limsa Lominsa lower decks. It's that I wanted to check. A Limsa location, because we're in Limsa right now. It's gotta be at the market there somewhere. How expensive is it? How much is it? 1,000 gil? Yeah. Might as well have a stack of 99 or something. I don't know. Let's teleport towards it. We still have the Moonfire Fair stuff here. Might have been something that I would want to get from a vendor or something, but For now, I would think it's Hawker's Alley, right? A vendor called Blue Lily. Let me see if I got it right. No, yeah, they don't tell you the names of the vendors. Ah, I might have to see the coordinates. Let's see. For those coming back from the ads, welcome back. We didn't see Fashion Fantasy, but we did read a bit of the strategy that was needed for seeing most against Arboretum on hard. And it's not like I'm against reading those strategies, but obviously before actually doing the raid, it's going to be spoilers. Even gameplay, like, it's gonna tell you a lot. I'm looking now for the vendor that gives me Phoenix Downs here. Just, okay, I'm gonna have to check the coordinates then. I was just kind of trying to find them. I guess they were... I guessed they were in the market itself. 8.4, 11.8... 8.4, 11.8. She's here somewhere. There she is. Right, Apothecary, it makes sense. Here we are at last. 99,000. 99 should do. I could make it, I could take it further than that, but there we go, and it's here as Black Mage, but Chotomatte kudasai. Let me put it on every single class I have. That's gonna be the place for it, I guess. I think there's a way to do this faster, but I forget what it is. It's okay. This is where I place the potion. Either compass. We don't need this here. Some of these things. Yeah. That'll be moved from there. I might be running out of spaces, but many of these things... Oh, yeah, because this is a minus and plus, which I... So, I have a gaming mouse, right? An MMO gaming mouse that has the keys from 5 onwards mapped. It also has things such as 4 mapped, because I haven't remapped that. Because I had this mouse for a while now, but I got used to one before this one that had fewer buttons, and so I didn't have things such as plus and minus mapped. So I avoided them as much as possible, and I'm still kind of getting used to using the buttons I set for plus and minus here. So that's also why I was doing like the wrong scale or things like that. Also, let's set it for Astrologian. It's already set here. I know I'm a healer, but it's good to have those Phoenix Downs just in case. So yes, even Astra should get it. I did it for Monk just now, right? And then Archer, which still needs to turn into Bard. I'll get there, I'll get there. I mean, Eureka, for that matter, right? Just gotta be careful when I equip this because... Huh? One or more items, they don't have to specify appearance? Well, no big deal, I think. Oh, it does have the Phoenix down there. Did I do something wrong equipping this? Forget what it is I have to keep in mind for those things. Anyway, back to Black Mage. Yeah, let me see what they say here. Can be used to revive an incapacitated player. Because I think this is a new tutorial for it after they updated it. We literally just used it. But, yeah. I'm getting used to the keybind, right? Because I clicked on it. Well, no, I didn't have it here. I clicked on it from the inventory when I used it on Mist there. But, yeah. I'm still unsure whether we should try Omega in a little bit. Dajigang is so... It's silent enough right now. But, you know, I don't know how loud it may or may not get and for how long. As long as the noise gate maybe takes care of it, it might be okay. I'll let it all speak for itself. It will be a more silent stream. I don't know. The thing is, this is not something where the voice lines... Well, where the dialogue is voiced, right? I have to keep reading it out loud. Now, let's see. Yeah, Phoenix down, not allowed. But still those things. But yeah, from apothecaries and junk mongers. But yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think this was a good move. Doing what they did with Phoenix Downs. And with how long it took to cast it, it's good. It's good to actually make use of Phoenix Downs in a Final Fantasy game, you know? Feels just right. Ideally, of course, you're not using them, but that's how it is with any revival item. Melody Lighthope is looking wonderful, Mist. That's a great outfit. Oh, that's an amazing outfit. I just noticed the wings. Nice. Nice. This is Scholar? Or did I get it wrong? I see a book and the first thing I'm thinking is Scholar. I just forget. And I forget the icon. But anyway. Speaking of fashion. No, I still want to take a moment. Let's take a look once again at what St. Mosian's Arboretum on Heart and that other dungeon had. It is Scholar. Okay. Yeah, because I'm also remembering Scholar is all about that high tech and stuff. But I'm noticing the book more than that right now. But yeah, gear images, right. This is not bad looking gear. But I guess I've done enough glamour runs for what I have right now. Let me see. I'll copy the image link. I'll make it be a browser source like before. Wait, what? Oh yeah, there it is. I already had it ready since it's the last thing we checked. But yeah, that would be the gear for it. Oh, stream was delayed. Yeah, I don't think it was from my end, but hopefully everything's okay. Scuff remains minimal. Also on your end, Stage Gang, hopefully things are okay. But yeah, I haven't noticed any other drop frames. No, any drop frames at all from internet so far, but I'm still on the lookout. Or rendering and encoding lag. Nothing big there, but anyway, yeah. Which is which, I kind of forgot, but yeah. Most of these look great, especially those with the face mask. I know it's not actually a face mask, but let's just call it a face mask. That gear is really badass, but I don't know if it's like related to any of the classes I do have myself. So what should we do? I mean, I'm just so undecided because it's just... Yeah, I feel like we gotta go for it, you know? It was on mine because Chrome does not like Twitch being run unless I specifically am tapped into it. Yeah, sometimes I think it's like that. Yeah, I gotta check. Maybe sometimes when I get lag like that, when I'm using Chrome anyway, it's because of that. Though to be fair, if I have Twitch open, I tend not to tab out of it because I have multiple monitors and all that. And it's running there. While still being able to do other things. You know what? I'm overthinking it. These many cosmic minds that are combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence are overthinking it. I think it's just time to continue as it is, no matter how far we get with it. Even if we continue it in another stream, but damn it, if we can, we'll do it in one go. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of like external factors, like, oh, it's too noisy, I wanted to give it the oomph it deserved, so to speak. Omega Alpha Escape, the third and final part of the Omega Story and Raid series. Oh, look at that, I'm seeing the release date. 2018, September 18. Been a while now. We'll catch up. We'll catch up eventually. The name of the first quest, yeah. In the beginning, there was chaos. Talking to Jesse at Ralger's Reach. Nero was still recovering, right? And Sid, yeah, he even stopped being part of the Return to Evil storyline because he needed to focus more on the stuff here. Let me have some water first, though. Pardon, you hear like swallowing sounds or something? A little bit. Oh yeah, and wait, what is this with the Magitech terminal? It's the Savage versions, right? And then Omega records. I think we read these records by now. For now, yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. There's Alpha. See, I hope we can do it today, but either way, I'm looking forward to this moment that I've been using as a wallpaper, where Alpha is like with this cosmic background behind it, and like, I want to know what the hell is going on with that, but it's time to begin the finale. Good timing, Khaiden. There's been another anomaly detected at the yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. Yeah, Alpha, always so cute. I love how we were able to have this chocobo design in FF14 and have it make sense, so to speak. I don't know, there's a lot we don't know yet, but we'll see. The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in the company, he's fiddling with that research data. Research data. Hmm? Well, I suppose I should explain. Even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland has some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas Nan Garland's legacy. He was, of course, the chief's father, and the Empire's preeminent engineer. Whoa, okay. The incident of Bosnia's Citadel. Do you know of it? Do I remember that? I don't think so. Never heard of it, or I don't remember. Bosnia was an imperial fortress city. It was there that Midas constructed the lunar transmitter, a device built to communicate with Dalamud. Emperor Solus had ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy primals, and so he sought to harness the power of the Red Moon. I wonder if this was in 1.0 as well. The project was a failure. Oh, he succeeded in controlling Dalamud, alright, but the immense energies emitted from the satellite vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town in which it was built. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was later to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. Send me a tell when you need help here? Sure thing, Humpy. Yeah, if any of you join me for the Superstar Squad, of course you can, peace out anytime. Help out where you can. You're appreciated, whether it's for one duty or a dozen. But since we're also looking at the story very closely, and it's for the first time, it's normal rates. So in between, there's a lot of cutscenes, there's a lot of looking at them, there's a lot of reacting to them, to the madness that's going on. Provided we are going to do all of it, but let's keep it going. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter, or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there can be no other explanation. Listen to me, Khaiden. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sorry I'm late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. Speak of the devil. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at the Yawn with Khaiden here. Good, then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with his tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But Chief, the Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for fieldwork yet, and the Chirurgeon's given Nero strict orders to stay abed. And what of Midgard, Stormer? Still taking his nap, is he? That leaves only you, Khaiden, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I joined the expedition? No, Jesse. I need your talents elsewhere. There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should pose no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device? Does this mean you use the... Whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right, it's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Here we go. Quee! There you are, Alpha. What is gonna happen with Alpha? I'm curious. Because I have an idea from potential half spoilers I have half seen here and there. The same with Omega. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, okay, I think I can say this either way. The fact that Omega figures into the Monster Hunter Wilds crossover, I doubt we're gonna have a final end to it. We'll drive it back or we'll convince it not to kill everybody in this planet or something, but it's out there somewhere, still waiting for more shenanigans or whatever. So there's that to consider. Regardless, we go back to the Yawn. I'm feeling sleepy just saying that name. The Yawn. If I feel sleepy in any way, if I go back to feeling a bit eepy like that, This whole madness we're about to undertake is gonna wake me right up. And I still remember, not in the race themselves, but in the parts, the single player parts before them, right? How they implemented that song of the Empire. I saw the name, like I listened to it here and there in YouTube Music. As I've been telling you, yeah, that Storm is in game, right? But I've been hearing music here and there, listening to his music here and there. Just mostly trying to avoid Stormblood because it may still bring spoilers. And really being careful with it because you know how with music services. And I don't want to disable this feature for the most part. You have the radio playing, you have related or recommended songs are both playing after that. It may play a Shadowbringers, an Ailwalker song. I kind of have to avoid that. May not be a big spoiler, but then even just seeing the name of the song. But yeah, it was something Steel. Has Steel in the name somewhere, but you know, the one that goes bam, 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 bam. Try not to get carried away, but man, such a great song. The way they implemented that again. It's being used for Livia as well, and other Imperials probably, I can't remember. If you do, I mean, what was the name of the roulette? The main scenario roulette, chances are you'll hear that. However, it's now become more associated, to me anyway, with Nero, because of that. Wait. Now let's proceed here. Nero will not be joining us for whatever we're about to do, I think, but are you ready, Khaiden? Ready to put an end to this? There's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Quay? Or no, quay? Can't do the voice justice, but I try, kind of. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Yosh. What do you have for us, Omega? And this very final part. And what happens with Alpha as well? We'll literally dive into it. Here we go. This outfit is so perfect, so good. Look at the Omega Eye. Ethereal Rift. Interdimensional Rift. It's so Khaiden coded, right? Perfection. Yosh. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. There you are. Welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psi group combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. We've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle? Are we to finally face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. You know what I'm trying to go for? I'm trying to go for the Kamen Rider Vice Driver. That's not the actual name of like the system he uses, but you hear a little bit of that in the countdown on the stream. The standing by, complete. It comes from that. It's like a very smooth voice, but it's also clearly very artificial. Kind of that. And also kind of trying to do that thing where you can hear, in a lot of video games to be fair, voice lines that were blended to each other because of the way they needed to be recorded to account for different characters or words or whatever. Uma Musume is like that, for example. But making it even more artificial? That's what I'm trying with Omega's voice anyway. If I had a filter to make it sound kind of radio-like, I would probably. But yeah, that's a different story. Omitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment. Ooh, we're gonna go for the raids immediately though, it seems. Stop. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence among these test subjects is no longer required. Uh-oh. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Transferring authority? Oh, like getting us teleported here and all that. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion. And if he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Look at his face. Look at his face. He seems sad about it. Can you process this, Omega? Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Still have much to learn, Omega. You still have much to learn. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as bait. I don't think so. It doesn't matter, Alpha. It doesn't matter. No. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in this realm. My first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based its incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. What? A chocobo did that? Or, ooh, what is going on here? What is this lore? Is it implying something there? I don't know. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. Nanikore, what is this? Wait, who was the chocobo that did that originally then? I can see why the name Alpha was chosen for this chocobo. I keep thinking Bars Klauser is there somewhere with his chocobo companion. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence. Doing this jerky head movement, I think, really gives me the robotic feel I'm also kind of trying to go for. I'm gonna keep doing it. Alpha, you must go beyond, my friend. I think this is what we'll try here. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness. The same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Like, the lore is one that seemed to involve the other Final Fantasy worlds games as alternate universes, but then it turns out that's not what's going on here. It's just tales. Unless it's revealed later to be more than that, you never know. Especially with some of the things we've seen so far. But even then, it involves what Sid is saying here applies to all other Final Fantasies, or most of them at least. So good with the dialogue here. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Nice rhyme. Come, Khaiden. Let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Alpha should remain with us. Alpha, my boy. Or girl, I don't know. I think it's boy. But you are a great companion still, my friend. A friend, for that matter. Whee! Come, Alpha, come. Omega is just silent. Are you learning anything, Omega? Are you actually learning anything now? At some point, we have to face it in combat anyway. It's got to be the last of the 4. Maybe. There it is, my Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master. Let's go. Well. Quick. Man, it feels so lonely. No Nero, no Biggs, no Wedge. It's the 3 of us, you know, not that lonely in that sense, but compared to the crowd we had before. I may still figure into it, though. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. Ooh, we're still doing other Final Fantasy things! Wait! The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago, I'm having trouble separating myth from history. He even said the first heroes! Dude, this is Final Fantasy 1! Garland, maybe? Unless, of course, this is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of the Sigmascape. In which case, it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. That's the thing, maybe they're leaving it ambiguous whether these are just tales or it is another reality. I get the feeling it's a mixture of both. So, the Kefka we faced before, for example, the X-Death we faced before, it's not really the versions we know, but there's something of them in there. Kind of like a primal summon, I guess. What is certain, however, is that this chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gate to fighting Omega itself. Yush. At some point we had to fight the first ever final boss of Final Fantasy, here in Final Fantasy XIV. It truly is a Final Fantasy Friday, Dutch gang. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Khaiden. Will you be my assistant? Poor Alpha. You're bothered by what Omega said earlier. You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. Doshta. What's wrong? By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? Oh yeah. And this music. It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pod without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. Nice. Quick! Nice, Sid. Where is this music from? It is inconvenient without Midgardstormer here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? And yeah, that whole thing with Midgardstormer knew everything about Omega from another planet and stuff, and like, ugh! But Alpha's KB 1.0. Oh, Stone Sky Sea options have also been updated. Right, that's the Stormblood training ground thing. So let me try to send a tell to Humpy. We should queue up for this as soon as possible. No need to delay it any further. But yeah. Also, if anybody else, sorry, just checking the other things. If anybody else also wants to be in the Superstar squad, there's 7 spaces left. We'll queue up either way and see if we go for other players. I'll wait to see if Humpy replies to the tell. Not too long though, because the queue will probably take a while. I'll do an in-game check. Missed. If you're still with us, you know, as Melody Light Hope will also go for that. Now I have 99 Phoenix Downs. Everything will be fine, right? Now that we have that. But yeah. You're here? Alright, Mist. Yeah. I'll check fully in-game as well. Just to really make sure. And what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let me have some water. Oh yeah, in the meantime I can probably go back to the Ally Society quests. I'm still on the lookout for the potential construction noises. I don't hear anything right now, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah. Let's keep it going. We're going at quite a nice pace, actually. All things considered. So that's good. Oh yeah, I wanted to change the title then, since we are... Either way, we are going into Omega... FF Friday Omega Edition. As simple as that. Or wait, Omega Edition with the Superstar Squad. I think the VOD will keep the first title we gave the stream, right? I might change it. It will continue to be as usual. The plans for the next FF14 stream, after finishing Omega that is, will be to do the 4.5 MSQ. Along with the end of the Hildebrand Adventures also for these post patches. Oh, let's see if Alpha has anything interesting to say here besides quick. What is with the card thing though? That was really cool. It came from the one of those raids, right? Chatternook. May not have been Chatternook, but something kind of related to that. I know Chatternook is all about those paintings and stuff. Don't be deceived by the beautiful paintings. They're not gonna be beautiful all the time. Let me see what it says for the description in the meantime. Raids. Alpha's KB 1.0. Yeah, there it is. This is what we use for the thumbnail, right? While you recuperated from the latest round of testing, Omega's trials proceeded at pace. Of the 89 combatants inside Group, 4 emerged victorious. Of those 4, 1 proved itself the mighty entity of the last remaining test world. A champion designated as Psi-4. This immensely powerful being will be your opponent as you strive to complete the final stage of Omega's grueling experiments. And I'm guessing that's FF1 Chaos that we're about to face. Alright. I hope it's okay, but I think we're gonna queue up already. Maybe we'll have Humpy join us again later, but the sooner we queue up the better. 1 DPS, 1 healer is what we'll do for this. Oh yeah, I guess I could have done it from the entrance. A few times I get to do it from the entrance itself, right? Yeah, in the meantime, let's get going with... oh yeah, we can turn this in. Yeah, we finished the other one, now we turn it in. Oh, I was doing it as monk though. Right. Can I not teleport? I guess I need to get out first. I just love this entire area. I hope I can keep accessing it. Ah, wait. Humpy replied. Good timing. We weren't queued up for long. But alright. Maybe I should do another ready check, but... Oh, wait! I'm glad we had to re-queue because I still have Saint Mosian's Arboretum. Forgot to clear the selection. Right. Let's do it right this time. Queuing up already. Queuing up already. If you need to withdraw to change the class, you can do that too. But let's see how it goes. Look at this amazing outfit though, once again. All thanks to the Sigma Escape right here. I still love that. I guess I could also just pick up some other Ally Society quests. The ones with the Ananta. I wanted to do... I'll just bother with the Monk one some other time. I know I can switch, and then when the queue pops up, I switch away from that. Back to Black Mage, but... was it here actually? It was here somewhere. Yeah. Might as well fly to the area. Yeah, because for the Namasu, I would have to switch to another class, so it's the same thing. It would be Botanist. Since I've yet to get crafters to level 70. Leather Worker is actually the one that's the closest. I just wanted to kind of maybe do Armorer. I'm not gonna pick up Blacksmith, that would be excessive. I still mean to pick up Weaver at some point so I can have the Fashion Fantasy Trinity. Blacksmith would have weapons that are also Fashion Fantasy important, but it's already enough with 3 of them, I think. I even wanted to do Alchemist. It just looks like fun, you know? The little like workstation they use. I think you can do orchestras. Okay. Yeah, now I'm gonna have so many quests here. That's alright. I'll see what I track whenever it needs to be tracked. Lure out and slay funnel and lions at Pike Falls. Whichever one is just the nearest, let's go for it. Yeah, we got the hand. And yeah, Magitek Deathclaw. I even have the mount here whenever I want to use it. If I need a space for something, I guess I'll use that for it. But yeah, doing this as Black Mage. I'll be very overleveled for this. Cosmo is here with me. Yeah, let's use another Gizzle Green for you. Keep you there for a little bit longer. What did we do here again? Lure outside Funnel Lions at Pike Falls. I just attack it, I assume. Straightforward like that, right? But no damage comes until it actually gets out of there. Nice! That wasn't long. Good timing too. Nice. Although, let's see if everybody actually is able to accept. Somebody might withdraw. But yeah, thankfully I don't aggro anything here as Black Mage either, I think. So, when I exit, come back here, it's not going to be in an outward way. No, it's gonna make me exit back into the Omega area, right? Let's see, of course we're seeing the cutscene the first time. I like the look of this arena. Dude, yeah, this is FF1. There's a lot of FF1 here, yeah. I can already recognize that chaos. Yellowy gold, yeah, that's chaos. Welcome back to the very first Final Fantasy. Oh my god, the music, yes. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bam. Dan, dan, dan. Dan, 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 dan. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Chaos Garland. Jack Garland is here. Oh, that's a lot of Black Mages! Hold on, I gotta say something in the chat. Nice. Okay, I gotta keep in mind the... Oh, okay, that's how it works. Dude, we're the Black Mages! We're the band, the Black Mages. 4 of us. Perfect. Every single DPS here is a Black Mage. Dude, and it's funny, it's like... I don't think you can actually do this in FF1. Maybe you can, depends on the version maybe, but you know how you choose your classes, right? And it's like different depending on the playthrough. It's like if you chose all 4 of your Warriors of Light as Black Mages, which would probably not be a good idea. Okay. I'm kind of trying to focus as well on all this. My mana ward already ran out, right? One step at a time. Receiving quite some damage. It's probably gonna transition into another song. Maybe the one used for chaos in some versions of the game, right? The final boss. And the original version is just a regular battle theme, this one. So they're also echoing that. And we all activated our ley lines at the beginning right there. Let's go. Did I do my dot before? I think I wasted that. I thought my dot was running out. Okay, wait. Okay, let me... Yeah, I was hoping I would survive that. The other healer died too. The astrologian healer, for that matter. Okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. I wasn't sure how to dodge things there. No, I kind of got confused because I was like, oh, wait, there's another AoE that I should avoid, and... No worries. It truly is like a final boss fight, huh? Okay, I think I know what this is. This mechanic that Mist had. Let me see what everybody else is up to, so that I can get an idea of how the mechanics work here. The music. The thing is, Final Fantasy I is actually one of the few Final Fantasies that I have played, I mean apart from this, but played all the way through. Or not just seen clips or played a part of it. I have played FF8 and FF7, but just a part of it, and that was a while ago too. FF1 I did from beginning to end, one of the versions anyway. Oh, here we go. Here comes a mechanic probably. What is this? Whoa. Basically work for the healers is what it is. Let's hear the music. Something different might happen to the music here. Dark crystal. Wait. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do triple cast because, yeah. That Dark Ether is building. Oh, no, this is not looking good. Kind of choking here. The crystal destroyed? You dare. Good old crystals in Final Fantasy. Oh, yes. As it should be, representing the first ever Final Fantasy as well. The one that was meant to be a Final Fantasy, and then we got at least a dozen more of them. Oh, I forgot about this skill, Amplifier. I can't use it here. Anyway, ley lines then. Ley lines. If the other black mages are also activating the ley lines, let me do the same. Look at the ley line madness going on here. Nice. That would make it very complicated for rolling for equipment if it were not a normal raid anyway. I don't mind getting the items that drop here because I'll see if I can get myself one of those outfits. I don't think I'm going for them. As I said, they didn't impress me as much, or not as much as Sigma and the other and Delta Escape did. I think, especially Sigma Escape, this beautiful Black Mage outfit. Yeah, this is complicated also. Ensuring you move out of the way so you don't net damage allies. Gotta be careful with that. There's a lot going on. The music still continues to be so good, man. Whoa. What happens when that thing aims at you? Okay, I don't know what that mechanic was, but the tank over there took care of it. Get the feeling it's time for a mana ward, just in case. Maybe that was a bit too premature, but no worries. Let's move the hell out of the way. Get in sprinting. I know I have the jump to ally skill, but... Okay, let me... Yeah, the problem is when you end up in an AoE area. Maybe I should have tried triple cast. Okay, they LB'd. I was like, we can wait a little bit longer before that, but it's not a bad idea. It really isn't. Yeah, and like, that's the Black Mage LB. I mean, no matter what, it was... Oh shoot, I'm not using the right skills here. It was gonna be a Black Mage LB. No matter what, I think. Okay, triple cast time. Definitely triple cast time. Come on. Let's end chaos. We gotta do a chaos control, you see? Shadow the Hedgehog in here. Truly black, dark magic vibes. Chaos control. Behold the ultimate power. Nice. I actually thought the entirety of the Omega's, the Omega Escape, I was going to say, the Alpha Escape was going to be no longer related to other Final Fantasy games. It was going to be Omega itself. But yeah, clearly I got all the equipment. Or not equipment, sorry, the drops. It's going to be a lot of space in my inventory right now, but I actually kind of want to get them because I probably will exchange them for some outfits. Notice, I call them outfits more than I call them equipment. It's not gonna be good for stats for me. Yeah, inventory space is of course a problem right now, but yeah, I just don't want to give them to retainers, you know, all these crafting things. That Rathalos skill though. Oh, this thing here. Hold on. Oh, well, I can't put it in the Chocobo saddlebag. Can I at least see it? At least let me see the Chocobo saddlebag. Anyway, just remind me later to maybe clean the inventory. Suzuki Masho, let's continue. They kept the theme very straightforward, but the original version of the game, you're just gonna hear the regular battle theme. The battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. Oh, what actually happens from here then? There's still 3 more, right? And yet, the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions are correct, that my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? That doesn't sound good. Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Khaiden Dajigen will proceed to a supplemental stage. Uh-oh. Well, I think this is gonna be single player content. Oh. Or it may be the next raid. Whoa, what does it define as illogical? You need more chaos. That was not enough chaos right there from chaos. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. Uh-oh. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. Oh, this is gonna be coming into play later in the MSQ, in later expansions, I think. Okay, I need to see what this is gonna be. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat. This wouldn't happen to be Sephiroth, would it? I don't know why. Now the green and the... from what little I know, because there's still a lot I need to know about Final Fantasy. Wait. This song... I don't recognize this. This is not like Bahamut or... I don't think so. What is this? What is this? What is this? I'm thinking of the coils of Bahamut, but... Daddy. I don't recognize it. Prepare... Oh! Prepare to face Midgardsormr, Redmane Worm of the Dragon Star, and Nemesis of my world. This is not the fated spectre that you know, or a mortal conjure simulacrum. You will contend with a true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. I gotta see what Midgardsormr will say about this. I was not expecting even more of an expansion to Midgardsormr's lore here. Oh my god, wait! You can't force Khaiden to fight 2 battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength. He must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed. It needs to be illogical though, right? Acknowledged. Test subject Khaiden Tajigen. You are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels. Then it's gotta be the 2.0 Alpha Escape. This is very interesting. We never did face... Didn't we face a version of Midgardsormr before we had him as a little minion? Minion-ish companion? So this is even more at the height of his power. He's an alien, basically, to the entire world we're in. And was an alien also to the entire world where Omega was initially developed. What the hell is Midgardsormr? I love that. I love this, though. Even more and more and more and more each time. Quay? Quay? Where is Sid? Alpha seems distressed and Sid is nowhere in sight. We just hurt him. What the hell happened? Khaiden, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing next to Alpha. Whoa. Nanda Korea. What the hell is going on? Invisible Sid! Wait. And like fire was his main. Nice. Whoa. We're in different instances of this area, maybe. My apologies. It was not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. You keep doing great rhymes, Sid. I noticed the kettle was boiled and thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup and was halfway through drinking it before I realized my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. Oh, I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you, I can still work unimpeded. Now, we had best discuss how to approach... Oh, welcome back, I think. Oh, it seems to have worn off. Quick. Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I've forgotten what Nero has said about your car producing water with unexpected properties. Although it seems the effects were rather different this time. What happened to Nero last time again? He just got sick pretty much, but he hid it for a little while. Kind of. I know Omega attacked him too, but he hid that for a while as well. Anyway. In any case, it was pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now, and decide what to do with it later. I don't know, it could be a strategy for the battle ahead, one of the battles ahead. Right, Khaiden, we need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgardsormr. Watching through the monitor, I could see that this worm appeared different to the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems that Omega and Midgardsormr both hail from different stars, 2 distant worlds at war with one another. That right there, man, that lore was so unexpected, but I'm all over that, of course. As a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the Father of Dragons arrived here on our world. Wait, like all dragons in this world also come from elsewhere, they all originate with alien origins? Is that also what it is? What? Is that what they're implying also? Man. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is a younger, more vital Midgardsormr, just as he was when Omega first encountered him, thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe indeed. Like even Nidhogg, all the others, like, oh. I fought him once at the Keeper of the Lake, but... Wait, you fought against Midgard's armor before? Yes, I think I see your concern. It would be unwise to treat this as the same opponent, considering how different they might possibly be. It certainly doesn't help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. I can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Khaiden, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than twiddle my thumbs whilst you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we will put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. Yosh. Mad machine. That goes so hard. Another great alliteration where more than just the first letter. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'll ready my tools and you ready yours. You have a worm to slay. Alpha's the looks Alpha keeps giving me. He's gonna do something amazing at some point in the story, you just know it. Alpha's KP 2.0 now accessible. Now, I do need to take a bite break. And it's also a good time to be rolling the pre-roll, so yeah, that's perfect timing right here. So let's do that for a little bit. Hope you missed, or anybody who's interested in joining, just keep that in mind. If you need to go, as always, anytime you need to go, just let us know if you can, and go. But if you're still with us though, just wait a little bit here. If anything, take the opportunity to also take a bite break of your own, Tej Gang. Snacks. Actually, I might get a few snacks because I may need them or so. We'll see. But we're going at a nice pace. Just, you know, the battles ahead are also going to be more difficult. Hopefully we don't have wipes or anything, but I mean, these are meant to be difficult bosses and the end of the entire Alliance raid. Yeah, how many do they end up being in total? 4 times 3, 12, right? What do we have on the 11th, on the 12th raid? We're about to do the 10th overall of these. Woohoo! Yeah. On that epic note, we'll be right back and see how things are also with the potential like background noise, construction outside. I'm not hearing anything right now. I think they're just getting like started a little bit further away from where I am, so it's not that close to my window. But like, as I said, it's pretty much like right outside my window when it's gonna happen. If it does happen, I don't even know, but we'll see. We'll see, whatever the case, and see if we face Midgard's armor here. Stay tuned. Matase shimashita. Thanks for waiting. I did see, I did confirm that, yeah, like the construction work is still ongoing, but they're in like those early stages where they're mostly setting up equipment and stuff, and it's a bit further away from where I am. That's why not much is hurt, but sooner than later, as I said. Yeah, like the gist of it is that it's like gonna be right outside my window. So it will be metal smithing. We'll have some metal to bring to Omega Steel. There you go. You know, I also realized so far we made it like 3 hours into it, about an hour into the Omega content, and I still haven't made a Kenny Omega reference. That's insanity. And I think it's Masayoshi Soken in that new theme song he got, Kenny, which we're probably gonna hear on Sunday on Forbidden Door, which I probably won't be watching live because we'll have the big Indigo Disc stream, but where he goes, "Oh, May," at the start of the song. Let me see the lyrics. I want to see if I can sort of sing them for a moment. Or the potential background noise drowns it out, but Kenny Omega lyrics maybe? It's gonna give me Battle Cry, one of his other themes. No. Kenny Omega lyrics. Masayoshi Soken. Because I don't know the... Take Flight? No, that's not Take Flight, right? Or... From Final Fantasy XIV titled Escape, also made by... Yeah, Jason Charles Miller. Oh no, it's not Masayoshi Soken, it's actually Nobuo Uematsu, who has one single line where he goes, "Oh Mega," at the start of the song. I think it is Take Flight. Fire, forge in the fire, obtain fury, desire, something like that, because I don't know. Lion, born a survivor, king of the fighters. Is that an intentional reference to King of Fighters, I wonder? Tonight our star shines, bam, 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 something like that. Just like the phoenix, down not defeated, bathe in the light, we shall rise, scream to the heavens, now take... Something like that. I got it a bit wrong probably, but I need to learn the song. Now take flight. It's like something many pro wrestlers, I wish more pro wrestlers did, so I can see why this would be difficult, where he got that theme, Kenny Omega, and he doesn't use it all the time. He uses it on major matches or major moments. Major pay-per-views, for example, like Forbidden Door. Otherwise, he uses Battle Cry, which is also, it can be epic on its own, but nowhere, in my opinion, nowhere near as epic as what that new theme did. Sorry, pro wrestling shenanigans I'm talking about, but like, Kenny Omega is right there in the name. Let me do a ready check for Mist and Humpy. Thanks for still being here in the party. Oh, Mist is doing a Fate. Okay. Maybe wait for the tell from Mist. No hurry. Like, Kenny Omega's finishing move is called the One-Winged Angel, literally. Yes, it is an intentional reference. Yes, he has come out once, dressed like Sephiroth, with the one wing. His theme in New Japan Pro Wrestling also was very One-Winged Angel-like, also being super original. Before, you know, AEW started All Elite Wrestling, where he wrestles, and being world champion there, international champion recently. Ooh, I could go on and on, but yeah, I just love that he got a song like that involving Masayoshi Soken, even Nobuo Uematsu in some way, Jason Charles Miller. It's just so amazing. I have to think that the recent things with the cruiserweight tiers or whatever, I don't know the full story, but I kind of know those few minor spoilers of like what's been going on in the latest patches for post-Dawn Trail. I gotta think there's a reference there somewhere, but I don't know. Kenny Omega's not a cruiserweight, used to be maybe, but I saw that I could figure into it. Just like a feeling. Ready 1 minute, says Mist? Okay. Mist is telling me in game, by the way. Let's, for now, read this. Let's see. You have conquered chaos. We have conquered chaos, a primal force of deific power. Omega, frustrated in his attempts to process the results of your improbable victory, has decided to conduct a supplemental stage of testing. Drawing on the incomplete data of a foe who once stood firm against Omega itself, the machine generates a new simulacrum for us to face, the legendary Midgardsormr, Father of Dragons. Do all dragons originate from this one alien, so that means all dragons have an alien origin? In the world of F14, I want to say Eorzea, but that's not the name of the world. I guess Khaiden could be the name of the world. I don't know if that was like confirming the story, or you confirm it to me in the chat that you gang. Hell, it may be a spoiler to tell me. At this point. Shadowbringers, man. We got some people knocked out in the MSQ and like gonna figure into it so soon, and like, oh man. Alice is not having a good time. But meanwhile, this is also going on. We have to take care of this too. And then the last part of Return to Evilis, and ooh, man. The Warrior of Light. Life is a busy one, huh? I do prefer to think, right? Were I to adapt this, quote unquote, to a novel or book and being super faithful and all that, I will still make it so that it's not a single Warrior of Light, but a party. It's still, you know, John Final Fantasy, Meteor, John Stormblood. Who is the central protagonist in that way? Yeah, Mist is just waiting out for the Fate reward timer, no worries. As I said, there's no hurry. May sound like I'm in a hurry at times, but not really. Not in that way. Stand up to God, no hurry. 無敵の得るような怖がれば Heartbreaker バババン悲しみが君のフレーム Heartbreaker バババン I know you just told me you're ready, miss, but I want to do the ready check just in case. We can be two tanks on a... Yeah, we can be two tanks on this. It is two tanks as well, right? Like, trials are two tanks, but I can't remember. But if you want to switch your class, go for it. I mean, it tells me right here. 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS. There we go. 何ののか気づきものさ Don't worry キスは言える Stand up to go No hurry 無敵の得るような I'm getting the lyrics kind of wrong, but yeah 怖がれば Bam 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 bam. I'll do the ready check in a little bit again. Bam 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 bam. I gotta move my macro for first time duty blind, where I tell players that I'm new to the duty. It's just a macro I have. I'm covering it with my big head. It's behind me. Yeah, I don't think I could move out of the way here to show you, but there we go. You kind of saw it. I have a red sword icon for it. Okay, Miss, you say to queue up. Let's queue up. Ah, okay. Miss was making food since he knew he would make it bad if it insta-popped. Yeah, 2 tanks might insta-pop or might not be a long queue. Still want to maybe try more of those Ananta quests. Might as well. Or I can keep singing. Before the potential remodeling, construction, metallurgy noises, what have you. Get louder in the background, who knows? Na 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 na. Ha 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 ha. That's the theme song of Movie War Core, the team-up movie with Kamen Rider O's and Kamen Rider Double. When was it that it came out? Late 2011? No, late 2010. Yeah. Late 2011 was one of my favorite Kamen Rider movies of all time, Movie War Megamax. They used that name, I think, based on something from Fast and Furious, because a Japanese title of a Fast and Furious movie used the word Megamax, I think. I think it's not in the original title. They just... I don't know why they used Megamax, but then, yeah, it just came from that. Nice. While I'm floating in the air, held by the big hand. Let's see what this is gonna be like. Midgardsormr! Midgardsormr is aware of this somehow, right? Like, resting from efforts recently, but still kind of with me, accompanying my soul. I don't know. Look at Midgardsormr at the head of his power. Oh my god. gold and black just looking amazing. A bit of green in there. Mighty dragon indeed. Mighty. Oh, nice. The party is enthusiastic. Let's go. The superstar squad is ready. Humpy just said this is gonna be hard. It's a very active in-game chat from everybody here. Okay. Now I'm the only black mage in the party. As a complete contrast from last time. Alright. Father of Dragons. Yeah, let's see. Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay. That's a very fast AoE. I think when it says he's gathering the ether, we gotta be far away from him. If possible. Yeah, the flying patterns. I'm guessing there will be a pattern where he does it outside of his immediate area instead of inside his immediate area surrounding him. You get what I mean, right? Stack. Time for a mana ward. There we go, there we go. Good timing with the mana ward, I would say. Maybe I moved a bit soon though. I shouldn't get overconfident despite the mana ward. Yeah, I think we were not supposed to move away from there yet. Thank goodness for mana ward. Yes. I'm not sure if I should do ley lines or not. Okay, yeah, that pattern was the outer. The one where the AoE is outside of his immediate area. Let's see if I can learn. Okay, since people are not moving away from him. Now they are. Okay, we have this thing here. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I died, but like, hopefully the damage was not too bad. It's more like I should have stood still and let them run away. I kind of did that at the end. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna chill for a moment again. Thank you for the heal, or revive, I mean. I'll receive some heavy damage for a moment here. It's definitely time for triple cast here. Yeah, especially now with those AoEs. Oh, Blizzard. Let's go for the Blizzards. Okay, you know what? Let's pop those ley lines, yeah. Either I use them and I have to move away from them even if I just manage to do a single spell, or I never use them. And that's worse, right? So, yeah. If they got wasted, whatever. If I got at least one spell in, it was not a waste. Oh, jeez, where do we move? Here? Woo, okay. I kinda got it right. Okay, we should focus on like one key at a time. I'm gonna try to go for whichever one other people are focusing on, and yeah, let's have ley lines here. Okay, I see Miss has the main tanking going on. Wait, am I getting cleaved? Was I too close there? Ugh. Okay, yeah, we can still be within the ley lines. They should fade away soon anyway. Nice, just as I was saying that. Triple cast, damn it, triple cast. Time for a bloody triple cast. This is feeling like it's way too straightforward. No, yeah. No way we were gonna kill him there. Whoa, here we go. I'm just gonna stay with the crowd. I was considering mana ward, but okay, yeah. All right. I'm gonna activate Lucid Dreaming just in case. Yeah. Okay. Let's use mana font so that we may remain in fire for a little longer. Now the patterns are different. Mechanics are different, I think. Get the hell out of the way! Now that I think I did understand. Yeah. Okay, best to do it like this. Best to do that. Thank goodness. Got it on time. Unlike hostiles, unlike enemies, you know, you can't immediately hit a key that's close to WASD, I think. Close enough anyway. To... Oh, maybe I should have done mana ward there. Oh, right. We have this mechanic, huh? Okay. But yeah, you can hit one like that for your allies to target them. Okay, I am still gonna use triple cast here because I get the feeling we'll have to move in all sorts of ways. Yeah, a bit late for that mana ward, but not too late, I hope. Learning? We're learning, I think. The vulnerability stack is not good, but anyway. Moving on. What did I say about those ley lines? Even if it's just one spell, is better than no spells and no ley lines, right? Let's bring them in. Sorry, I lost track of what I was doing there. Yeah, okay. Those ley lines were not entirely wasted. Gotta run around a lot, huh? Yeah, nothing but to run here. Yeah, that's the right way to use that. What was it called again? Ethereal manipulation. The jump, I just call it sometimes, or even teleport. It's more of a jump than a teleport. The insta jump. Even that sounds a bit too ambiguous. I mean, I can literally jump in game, but whatever. Somebody should LB, right? I'm not gonna do it just in case. There's maybe some other phase to the fight, though I don't think so right now. No, let's not get greedy, actually. Like, okay. Had I known I would have LB'd, you never know. Especially with these fights, I mean, it's the end of the 12-part... Not yet, but it's like... The end of the third act of the 12-part raid series. 2 are left. And yeah, even though 2 are left, I mean, this is still part of that final part, of that finale. I like that structure so much. It's such a great system. I do hope one day they're able to properly do whatever they need to do to make the Coils of Bahamut playable. Just able to be in roulettes and stuff. Especially with how fundamental they are to the story. Especially with Alphino and Alice, but like Luis Sua involved, all of that. You see how it is for the team, right? Please implement more glamour plays so we still have the Coils of Bahamut thing. Wedding invitations are complicated. You can't just do it in another server. You can't just be invited to it. If they're in another server, you need to create a character. There's a lot of work for them to do. Not to mention future patches and everything, and expansions and all that. It's almost safe to say they gotta be working right now on whatever the next expansion is. What do you think, Taji Gang? I think it's almost safe to say 2026. Maybe around this time. 8.0. The expansion after Dawn Trail is gonna come out, right? It should. I want the thing I want to know the most, no matter where we are at in the game by then. Hopefully we progressed a lot without speedrunning it either. But the thing I want to know is what is gonna happen with levels. Are they gonna go past 100? It's got to be the most difficult part to figure out. But enough. Now back to the Omega story. Alpha, Omega. Quick. Alpha, I hope I don't lose you. I hope he's still with us in some way or another. Another stunning victory, Khaiden. I felt the breath catching my throat on more than one occasion. I found this to be kind of easier than the Chaos one, maybe. The plan is to continue leveling up? Okay. 110 then, maybe? A bit early to say, well, we'll find out. No need to hold our breath, I think, right now. We have patches before that, and Beastmaster is in there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. Yet even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgard Stormer and Shinryu? Huh. Unlike most Privals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the Elder Primal Bahamut. But now I'm beginning to think there may be another explanation. That the Primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons and Hydaelyn. That makes sense. And yeah, Hydaelyn is the name of the whole world. Right. Okay. When I want to talk about the goddess herself, I'm gonna say Minfilia Hydaelyn, maybe, given the circumstances. Or I'll try to make it clear in the phrasing. Hydaelyn. Happiness is the end of the world. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has, for centuries upon centuries, been rooted in the pictures of Midgardsormr. The summoner may not have even sought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. I'm not gonna say anything? Don't say anything. Don't. I mean, based on what Sid said right there, that's the way I'm gonna do it. Nevertheless, it is interesting that Shinry's summoning should lead us to awakening Omega. A strange twist of fate, when you consider the machine's connection to Midgardsormr. I don't know, I get the feeling it's no coincidence, Sid. It's gotta be connected. Well, whatever else destiny has in store, you've already bested the opponent that Omega itself failed to overcome. I mean, a sort of manifestation. It is called Aora, clearly. Aha. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. Indeed. We got an Orchestron. Oh, is the Delta Scape Orchestron? Do we get the Sigma Scape Orchestron? I gotta listen to that. If I have a chance when we queue up for this, look at that. In the end, there's Omega. Look at this arena of battle. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go with it. Let's go through with it. So many wallpapers here. Out of the screenshots I'm trying to take. I don't think they're being taken. I still need to like change the GeForce experience so that it functions on stream, unless it does make it lag or something. Or get the other one of those other tools you recommended to me, Dajigang. I know it's the one you recommended to me, Mist. I just forgot the name right now, but just look up Aora for fun, and it's the name for the world in Pillars of Eternity. Oh. Well, take a few letters away. You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing an isekai summoning spell or something. Or somebody died and they're like trying to talk to a god that doesn't quite understand human language, trying to spell it out. And because of a misunderstanding, instead of going to Eorzea in FF14, they go to Aora in Pillars of Eternity. I guess I would have been right if it was Pillars of Eternity and not F14, yeah. I've heard great things about that one. PoE, Pillars of Eternity. What is the gameplay like? Was that the one that also had card gameplay to it? It's like top down, and it's one of those games that looks so freaking addictive as well. You know, that reminds me, I have Balatro waiting somewhere on my Steam library. Like, installing it is a double-edged sword. Let's go back to this, though. Your move, Omega. What do you think, Alpha? Wait. What is Alpha thinking? That is not good, is it? Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. What is music? Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. I love the thing they did with the eye so much. It's more than just an eye. That's the first time it's fully open like that, isn't it? And things like turning red. Yeah. Here we go. And this isn't even the final one. But I think we're actually about to face Omega itself, or a form of it. And then some surprise will set up the fourth thing. Maybe. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. Yeah, like, what's going on with this eye? I'm in love with it. These spirals, this whole thing, this is perfection. It's perfection. Hey. I know what these sorts of things are like, okay? Omega, you have indeed met your match. It's not so much spirals, it's more like rings upon rings upon rings, but it's the same feel, I would argue. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observe between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgardsormr necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Let me get some water. Hold on. Ooh. And then something of this is gonna figure into Monster Hunter Wilds. Hey, Omega is used to going to different worlds after all, so that's on brand too. Bloop. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Sid, I have a fair idea of where his weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. Omega is hearing all this, right? But I mean, it's part of what we gotta do. We gotta bring our best. Also, background noise may be increasing. I think the workers are like telling instructions to each other. Hopefully you're not hearing them too much. If so, I'll have the noise gate up in a moment as well. Is it gonna get noisy also for the massive battles we're about to take? Sid, though! Sid is up to... Oh my gosh. I don't blame him for feeling this way, though. And still, there's supposed to be 2 left, right? What the hell is about to happen? Sid Garland, you got this, my friend. We got this. First things first. We make a few adjustments here, like so. Ah, Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? Let me see, let me start getting the noise gate ready. We might need to use it soon. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I want us to have as many options as possible. So let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Great. Ooh. Nice. The cards that Alpha brings, so much fun. What is that though? Looks like strengthening ourselves. What do we have here? Some sort of gem, a couple of stones. And 1 single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? Oh, actually, that's a good question, Sid. Which one is it? Or perhaps it's both ways. Right, just foolish of me to even ask. We best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. The kettle, the boiled kettle master, what was it called again? I mean, we can turn invisible, it could come in play in battle unless it doesn't work on Omega. What is it, Alpha? I'm sure you brewed some good tea. Nah, I'm sure you'll do fine, Alpha. I'm sure. Maybe I should have used different words of reassurance. I think it would have felt the same way no matter what. It's just that well, I don't think we can kill Omega either way, but if we do, Alpha also disappears maybe, that's the thing. Here, you should carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Nice. This is all gonna figure into the mechanics, isn't it? It's got to. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next, and honestly, we have no idea what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through. Now that's an alpha right there. The alpha. Nice. You are the alpha. That's why you have that name, Alpha. Right, Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? I get the feeling that no matter how this ends, after V4.0, you know, AlphaScape 4, there will be like a single player fight to all of it, but maybe not. It's not always there. But we didn't have the one at the beginning usually, right? Where there's a combat assessment and that's not with other players. You have to do it single player. Though you do have NPCs like Nero or Sid or something like that, but yeah. Also, Humpy, thanks for the help. I did notice you left the party. If you're available again, let me know and all that. I'll head straight back to Ralgar's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Quick? Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him? Okay. We follow like this? No. In the end there is Omega. Okay, we're at Ralgar's Reach already, never mind. Just send me a tell I'm doing N-Walker MSQ, but I can only do that on my server. No worries. Do I have more water? I might need to refill my water bottle. We have another like pre-fat break or something. That means I've been hydrating well though. That's good. So far today anyway. I could be hydrating a bit better, but yeah. Quick. Yeah. I can't do the quest justice, of course, but I gotta try anyway. I can't do the quest justice. Almost sounds like I said quests. Oh my gosh, Alpha. We're not exactly hidden from sight, are we? We could use the invisibility potion. Probably not. What is this? Sid! What is up with him? Oh my gosh. Wait, it's more than just like nurse from the battle. You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. It's gotta be Nero, right? Oh man. He looks very holy like that. Nero, they let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one is led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. We found the weakness. Electric energy. So if it's a dragon type... No, it's not a dragon type. If it's a steel type, it means it's also a water type, maybe? Or a flying type, or... But yeah. Aye. All the available evidence supports such a theory. There's likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas' design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. Ah, yes, okay, so it makes sense that it's connected to that, and I can see why Sid is literally shaking. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turned out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I like that they say on parchment instead of on paper. I gotta make a mental note of that. Hopefully I remember. I failed to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. It is just... Hold on, my internet is being terrible right now. A few frames dropped. It may have been just a hiccup for a moment, but we're getting naughty ISP shenanigans. I did notice a few frames dropped earlier, but it was very few, unlike... Oh, hopefully it's just a minor thing. You may not have even noticed that I not mentioned it. Now I feel shaky like Sid. Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. This is one of them. But not is ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Okay, the noises have really started in earnest. Can you hear that in the background? May not be picking up as much as I thought. I'm kind of surprised. Hold on, give me a second. It's not picking it up. That's fascinating. It's still a bit distant, but it's like a seesaw kind of noise. I forget what those tools are called, but anyway. Anyway. The blacksmiths and the armorers of Limsa Lominsa have come as well. Hey, is Garlon's iron works, right? Here's the iron, baby. I'm being silent mostly because I want to see if it picks it up. This is kind of fascinating to see, huh? Out of all the, like, live sound tests we've done, whether intentional or not, this is interesting. That's a very good sign if it's not picking up that much. Oh my god, and the internet now. Oh jeez, okay. That wasn't even the scuff I was talking about, but okay. Ah, for heaven's sake, ISP. Give me a second. Give me a second. So it turns out that's not the thing I needed to worry about, huh? Ah, I swear I want to murder everybody at the headquarters of my ISP. Murder. Burn them down, which probably would make it worse, actually. You know, there's no signal anymore. Man, what the hell? This is so terrible. What the hell happened to them and their quality? It breaks my heart. And it's like there's nothing that can be done anymore. Everything that can be done has been done pretty much. I swear, as soon as I can get a better service, I will. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Faster than the speed of light. Faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. So, Sir needs to be reminiscing for a moment longer. If any of you can hear me over this madness. Or perhaps we will continue this in a future stream. Not the scuff I was expecting to, you know, cut the stream short. Yeah, it's just dropping way too many frames. It's one of those moments where it's super unstable right now. I think we're fine now. No, I don't think so, Humpy. But, hey, you know, games come this week so far. The TSG streams, the collab with Lurin. They weren't as long as this stream has been so far, but, you know, they were all fine. I still hold the view, the hope, that it's mostly okay, but, yeah, me looking at ISP, same feeling. Where is that emote from? Let's take this moment to just... Oh, from Andang. Interesting. Baby burn. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, yes. Could it be that the remodeling that's being done is making use of the cables for internet or something like that? It could be that, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's over 8,000 drop frames now over the past few minutes. Would have been better timing had it happened during the next ad break. We're still like over 10 minutes away or so. But nice. I'm writing a lot of this down because it's gonna be very sweet rewards for me in Habitica and some other gamified systems I use. Hehe. I deserve some compensation, damn it, you know? I always keep saying it's like that. I think we might have to end the stream soon, actually. Cut it short, kind of, and then resume the rest of Omega some other time. What the hell? Like, it actually hasn't been this bad in a while. Because I have also been doing stream tests. And it doesn't get extreme like that. This is extreme now. It's over 10,000 drop frames. It's insane now. Nah. This has turned way too insane. And in the meantime, I'm gonna see if it's also picking up the background noise right now. Yes, it's picking up a bit of that now. We reached the point of full scuff. I wish at least it would have happened before the cutscene. No, sorry, after the cutscene ended. I'm gonna use the Khaiden raid emote for this. Hey, remember we have an emote, if any of you can even hear me. Khaiden loathing, right? Yeah. Let's hold out still. Let's hold out still. Over 12,000 drop frames. We're setting new records. Not in the way we wanted to, but you know. Yeah. Santa Claus is putting more people in the naughty list this year for my ISP. They got coal last year, the sons of bitches. And now they're getting it again. Why is it so bad today? What the heck? I'm still speaking though. I'm still gonna speak and like hopefully like it's okay. Anybody can hear me. You know what? I'm gonna activate the noise gate as well. Also the noises outside. Like man, one form of scuff just brought company with it. It's a final boss of a dungeon with ads added. I have some important things I'm also gonna be doing. Kind of related to stream, kind of not related to stream tomorrow at around this time. So hopefully it's not bad for that either. Otherwise it's gonna be seriously wrong. Something is gonna be seriously freaking wrong. No, no. Hello, Taji Gang. Things are super unstable still, unfortunately. Damn, that is some extreme shit right there. That is some extreme shit right there. Yeah, you can probably not hear me. We are cutting it short in a very rough way. You can hear me, but no, it's not stable, Mist. It's not stable. It's gonna buffer soon if it hasn't buffered for you already. Okay. Well, it really sucks. But we went to the most extreme possible outcome right now. I'm gonna put some music here just in case. Just to get some things going. I was hoping not to have to go through another series of phone calls with the ISP. Bloody fucking hell. Alright, we did great things in FF14. Obviously, we're not gonna even do a raid. I don't think we can even do that properly. I'm going to put it in the chat, Taji Gang. It just had to be cut very short like that. That's a damn shame. I exited the game, by the way. I went into Test Manager and terminated it because I didn't want it to keep going with the cutscene. This is some extreme shit right here. Holy shit. It must be something to do maybe with the reconstruction or remodeling going on outside or something. I guess we'll have to end it. It doesn't seem like it's gonna get any better. I already have over 30